Hey there, friends! I'm gonna watch Cinderella's Castle, and I'm so excited! I've been so good, because I had hoped and dreamed that I could do a reaction series to it one day, so I didn't watch it. So I've been going 7 months without watching the new StarKid musical, which is a lot for me. And staying spoiler-free, besides, like, the plot of Cinderella. But I hoped maybe one day anyone would care about my feelings about a musical, and then magically now people do a little bit. I got my little group here that do care about my feelings about musicals, which is really cool. It makes me really happy. Because that's a thing that I love a lot, that I don't really talk much about in my life. Like, I'm known as being the film nerd. I'm not really known as being like, I also love musicals. So it's kind of fun that now I have this little outlet to talk a lot about a passion of mine that I don't really get to discuss much. So it's so fun. I just love it so much. I love reading your guys. I'm terrible at commenting on them, but I read everyone's comments. I love everyone's insight on stuff. It's so cool. My feelings on Cinderella in general, hilariously, because I just did Into the Woods, I don't care much. I mean, I have a friend who's really obsessed with Cinderella. So, like, my feelings on Cinderella are kind of neutral. On the story itself, I've never read the original story, so I'm sure there might be some references to it. I'm not gonna get them. I'm just not, so I want to warn people up front. I've seen, the Disney version, and oh boy. And I just watched a very, very messed up version last month that was scarring, to say the least. If you like extreme horror, go ahead on Shudder and watch The Ugly Stepsister, but oh, I cannot stress enough how disgusting it is. Anyway, back on track. So yeah, and here's my feelings on StarKids, the StarKid production group. I just looked this up. This is very disturbing to me. I have been a fan of theirs for, I guess, about 15 years. Because I don't remember how I stumbled on a Harry Potter musical. I forget, but I watched that, and I remember whenever I came into knowing about them, they were crowdfunding, or just started crowdfunding for Starship. So from that point on, I watched all their stuff. I think the only ones I have not seen are Annie, because I just didn't really have any desire to, and I haven't seen Nightmare Time, which I'm sure I'll love, because I love the Hatchetfield trilogy. After all these years of being a fan of theirs, honestly, my two favorite shows are Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals and Nerdy Prudes Must Die. I've seen them live twice. I got to see the Apocalypse Tour, and I got to see Black Friday live, which was amazing. I still kick myself that I just thought Nerdy Prudes Must Die sounded silly, so I didn't bother pursuing to go see it when I still lived in LA, and I'm forever angry at myself for that, but so it goes. So anyway, yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. I wouldn't say I'm like a psycho fan, so I don't know if I'll know like the names of every single cast member, but I've seen all their stuff. I know most of the songs of all their shows. I enjoy them quite a bit. I really love this, from the bits I've seen of this fandom. I haven't delved in deep. I'm sure there's horror shows, but I really like that the person who stars in this, as Cinderella, is someone I think she was in Nightmare Time, but I know she was in Nerdy Prudes, and her voice is amazing. She was the FBI agent and one of the nerds. Her voice is gorgeous. But I really like that it seems like in this community, whenever there's a new StarKid, like a new person joins, everyone's just like, yay, a new person! And it's very welcoming, and I've just always really liked that vibe. I think it's super cool. I also know Kurt Mega's got a decent part in this, which is great, because I feel like I always want to hear him sing more. Here's another thing. I have not seen Spies of Forever, which I know is not StarKid, it's Tin Can Bros, but I have not seen, which I know is him singing a lot, but I haven't seen it. But anytime he sings, I think he's got a purty voice. So anyway, all that to say, I'm excited. I know there's puppets. Big fan of puppets. So, let's go. Yes, I stopped 10 seconds in. Have you met me? Of course I do. I love that it opens with a book, and I don't know if the book will open, but that's such a great throwback to all the old Disney films that did that. It was always so cute when they did that. I have little, I have pins that are in the shape of those books, and I know they did really beautiful journals. And I used to work at Disneyland. I think I've mentioned that many times probably, but I remember how much I love those journals. I bought a couple of them, even for movies I wasn't a big fan of, just because I love owning things that look like replicas from a film, as opposed to like, I'm always a big fan of buying things that look in universe. So they did one for like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella, which were the big ones, but they also did one for Robin Hood, because that did open with one. Pinocchio did, and then I don't think, unless I'm misremembering, which I might be, did Sword in the Stone? I don't remember. I don't think one did again until Enchanted, but I just always think it's very cute. And with the little velvet behind it, I know Snow White's had like, I think blue velvet behind it. It's just very cute. Very great little throwback to some old classic Disney, where a lot of us would know these fairy tales first from.
There's a castle on a hill, as the story goes, and there's secrets in the stone across the moor. In the halls the shadows creep. Are they echoes in the keep? Or are they ghosts? Or are they ghosts? Let's go.
Jeff Blim is always so beautifully extra. I really like the hanging things. That is a really cool way to show this like castle in the far distance. That's really clever, actually. It reminds me of the bits I've seen of the Groundhog Day musical, where they have a rotating stage in the center, so that every time the day starts again, because Groundhog Day, it's a repeated day, this thing would rotate, and you'd see like what looked like a tiny version of the town, so you're far away as the town rotates, and then you're back into him in bed. So it's just a really cool thing of just like really simple, because you know they don't have huge budgets. Actually, no, they do. They make quite a bit on their crowdfunding stuff, but you can always tell that they put a lot of what they get, if not all of it, just right onto the stage. Jeff Blim, I think, is great. I think he gets a lot of a bad rap for giving himself songs where he can sing super high. Yes, he does have that kind of rocker 80s voice, but hey, if you can do it, I guess go ahead. He's also, I mean, like, he does the music, and I think he's great. AJ Holmes was always, I'm a huge fan of his for, like, Twisted, I think is some of their best songs they ever did. I think the script of Twisted's okay, but I think the songs are phenomenal. But Jeff Blim, especially Nerdy Prudes, I thought that was just such a great step up for the music. Oh my god, it was so good. So I love the idea of him being like, I don't know, like a narrator type character. It looks gorgeous. I like the short hair. I love the eyeliner, but I think he's fantastic. Anyway, this is probably gonna be a lot of just people going like, I like this person. I'll try to keep it to a minimum.
Through a secret passageway where shadows dance and play, you gotta buy wonder. You gotta buy wonder. In the realm of fantasy, it's sort of a factory for stories that shatter and who really loved her. Let's go! There's a castle on a hill, that's the story goes, and it watches over us from across the moat. There are tales in those walls. Are they true or are they tall? I need to know. I need to know. Comedy or tragedy, will it ever after happily? You're starting to wonder. Yeah, you're starting to wonder. A queen in his vanity, a beast in his agony. Is he outnumbered? Will the king...
I love the little couple sitting there and the choreography telling the story. I don't know who did the choreography on this. I know Lauren Lopez has done quite a few in the past. I'm curious. Lauren Lopez, so talented, love her. I'm curious on what people's opinions are on camera work and pro shots, because I'm mixed about it. I think that you can do some really interesting stuff with it. They did quite a few in Next to Normal in the pro shot for that, where, you know, when things were really chaotic and we would be on stage with them and it would be very like, we were kind of up in it and it would be sort of overwhelming. And I thought that was really good. Every so often though, I kind of just want them to pull back and just show the full thing so I can be as if I were just there and could see all the choreography. Because I remember for the Hamilton one, there were certain, because I've seen Hamilton live, I knew there were certain choreography things that were kind of cut because of the close-ups. So I don't know. Obviously this one was shot, I'm sure it's a combination of one they just shot for an audience because they I think they do those digital tickets, and then they probably for certain shots just went in and did it just with the camera. But I don't know, part of which is that they would back up so I can kind of see everything, but so it goes. I think they started doing that in like, I guess there's a little of it in Guided like musicals, but I feel like the biggest one that really started that was Black Friday, where suddenly you had the camera like up on like the stage more.
Shun her. If they let the drawbridge down, maybe we can spy just a glimpse of the StarKid in their design. Who sits upon the throne? Will they draw a sword from stone to decide? Will they let us inside? There's a castle on a hill, that's the story goes. Watches us from its moonlit tower, and its archers draw their bows across the moat. And for the fortress, I worship its sheer size. For the balance it must hide. I need to know. Will I ever know? Will I ever know?
Head shake. I always love watching Joey's expressions. Director's expressions are always aces. I kind of like that for all of their shows, we can always see the band. I just think it kind of, I don't mind that they don't hide them. I think it's kind of nice. It just, I don't know. There's something about it I really like. I always enjoy looking at the band. It's a weird thing, but so it is. I think it's cool that this is kind of reminding me a little bit of Into the Woods. I'm actually really happy I'm doing this right after Into the Woods, because it's almost like a fun kind of double feature for me. But them talking at first, they haven't mentioned anything related to Cinderella, that it's more about archetypes. It's more about, you know, there's Castle on the Hill as the story goes. We're talking about tropes. We're talking about fairy tales as a concept and as a, like, you know them all sort of things, which is a great entrance point for the audience, but also talks about, it's one of those, like, it's like Hades Town. It's the, you know, it's an old song, we're gonna sing it again. It's like we keep telling ourselves these stories, and I think every version of a fairy tale and adaptation can show another reason why we keep telling these stories and why they can change and adapt but still be relevant. So
Will I ever know? The bridge is coming down. There's a castle on a hill as the story goes. And it watches over us from across the moat. Look upon its structure, yeah. There are tales in those walls. Well, they're tall, they're tall. I need to know. I need to know. Let's go.
Jeff's always such a ham. He's always gotta like kind of half wink at the camera. I've been in love with him since Batman. He was such a great like Joker-esque character. But there we go. That is the only song I've heard before because it was all the promo stuff. So now everything's new.
Thank you. Thank you, lords, ladies, hey folk of all kind. In all the lands that are, there truly is no greater audience than the one here in Bogs Hollow. Let's hear it, Bogs Hollow.
We do have like a proper narrator. I like this. We have, of course, the narrator in Into the Woods, but the way he's dressed and the way he's doing it feels very Ren Fair to me. And I love a Ren Fair, and I love going to, I'm a huge fan of different Ren Fair bands. I've seen them even outside of fairs. Like, I follow different performers. I'm a nerd. But there's just something that adds to it that makes me really happy. It's like, you're buying into it. We're all in Bogs Hollow. Okay, remember, guys, it's like we're all, he's getting everyone in the audience to agree to being in this space, and I think that's very, very fun.
Now, do we have any wood elves in the crowd tonight? No? Any gnomes? My first wife was a gnome. It was a short marriage.
This is so Ren Fair jokes.
I jest. Let's hear it again for our cast of players.
That's like traveling players. Oh, that's so cute. I like that.
And for our musical accompaniment tonight, the Whippoorwills.
Oh, they have a little name.
We have Matthias Longfellow on the keys. The Wibbler Boys on the strings. Toothless John on the drums. And last but not least, Ragweed Rockhammer of the Dwarven Folk on the woodblock. I said, on the woodblock, dwarf.
I'll hit my block.
Oh god, it looks so good too, and kind of terrifying. Looks very 80s dark fantasy. Oh, creepy. I love this. I also like when, because they do this a bit in Hadestown from clips I've seen. I haven't seen all of Hadestown, but I've seen bits. And also in a, I know I've talked about this, but I don't remember in what video, so apologies if you're hearing this again. But in a version of The Tempest that I saw, directed by Teller from Penn and Teller, they had a band that would play that was up in the rafters above, but you could see them up above the staging, and whenever a giant act of magic would happen, they would play to kind of illustrate the magic going on. All the music was also done by like Tom Waits. It was so good. But like that band's name and like the program and everything, they were called Chaos Magic. I think that stuff's really cool. I kind of like that since they are players, we're watching a play, and we know we're watching a play, that we can see that like, oh, the players are like it's actual puppets here. It's supposed to say in Starship, and we're supposed to ignore the fact there's someone there. So that makes me wonder if there is going to be a specific choice on if anyone's playing multiple characters. So I'm gonna kind of look for that.
Woodblock, dwarf.
I'll hit my block when I'm good and ready. You menfolk are always in such a hurry. We, of the Mountain Kin, like to do things in our own time.
There it is. Tonight, we bring you...
All that stuff I said about not loving the camera close, and that just proved it is good because of how expressive Joey Richter is and how he will put in a full performance even when hiding behind a puppet. You probably couldn't see it as well in the audience. So for that, I am glad we're closer.
A tale full of magic, mystery, music, and monsters.
Open the book.
For an age and an age. Now you hit the damn block?
I was ready.
May I begin our story, Master Dwarf?
Not yet. Now.
He's giving a full performance, and this puppet's so old, it almost looks like a younger version of the puppet puppeting this old man.
Thank you. For an age and an age, the house of Ashmore stood proud and strong. And yet, there is no family tree that does not wither, that does not burn. When the flames of ruination swept through the Ashmore clan, they were consumed like so much kindling. The Lady Ashmore was burned at the stake for the crime of witchcraft. Her husband died of consumption, they say, not a fortnight after taking a second wife. Curious. The house of Ashmore was left, poetically enough, in ashes. The last flickering cinder was Ella.
Now I do wonder if Jeff Blim ever did Ren Fair, because Ren Fair vibes and theater vibes are just so close. So close. They overlap a lot. For a good indication, you know who used to be a big-time Ren Fair performer before he got famous? Matthew Lillard. It makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh.
Their only daughter, who if peasant gossip could be trusted, was driven mad and mangy with grief.
Mangy? Oh, the lighting is so
I
pretty.
spend my days knee-deep in pig guts, but fuck all do you stink.
'Twas a crime against the gods. This high-born girl stood in the shop covered in filth, suffering the abuse of some lowly butcher.
Your order's ready, Stinky. Where's your mother?
Her mother is ash on the winds, thank the gods.
Now, I know she is huge from Smosh. I had no idea. I've never seen Smosh. I had no idea who she was before Black Friday, but I fell in love with her voice. I love her kind of raspy voice so much. And John, I'm a big fan of as well. I actually met him once at Disneyland, and he was so sweet. And I just kind of was like, I'm so sorry. I would see celebrities all the time, and I would never say anything. But for him, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just have to say, like, I'm a huge fan. And he was so, like, shocked and so sweet. But I do have to say, because I always say this about him, and so it must be said, that dude looks like Dave Foley. Does no one else think that guy looks like Dave Foley from, like, Kids in the Hall and, I don't know, Blast from the Past and a bunch of other movies? But, like, look up Dave Foley. Maybe not now, but, like, younger him. Like, you know, during news radio. He looks like Dave Foley to me.
Stepmother, sir! I'll not have it said I squeezed out this creature. Leave the shop, child. I want to be in it.
Yes, stepmother.
Wait by the cart, Ella. And if those flighty little feet of yours wander off again, I may have to remove them. You do have a bone saw, don't you, Butcher?
That I do, Mum.
Yes. Forgive my stepdaughter, she's a slobbering lunatic. Now I believe you have something for me?
Prepared to your specifications, Mum, but here's the thing about meat. If you don't salt it or chill it, it's gonna go rotten. And I don't mean to question my bitters, Mum, but look here. It's furry and foul and full of maggots.
Yes. Wonderful work. You are an artist.
I can't sell you this, Mum. I got a reputation to maintain.
As do I.
Now it is becoming Ugly Stepsister. There are a lot of maggots in that movie. Oh, and tapeworms. Oh, God, that movie was rough. Oh, it was so gross. No. All right, focus. No. That's one that I'll never watch again. It takes a lot to affect me. I don't like bugs, and I don't like tapeworms. Let's focus on this.
Which is why I trust this transaction will remain confidential.
But, Mum!
You've taken such care handling my meat. Seems only fair I handle yours. No, perhaps you have a plump sausage for me to stuff?
All right, shop's closed. Let's make this quick. My wife will be here any minute.
Oh, it won't take long, will it, you filthy pig?
Okay.
In the square, the townsfolk dared not meet poor Ella's gaze. They had heard the rumors of the mad maid and the hex that hung over her like a mist on the marsh.
That's so interesting. They made it so everyone thinks she's insane. Well, that's so sad. I mean, like, she was always... I don't know if that's from the original. I don't know. So I'll just blanket say that for everything. But, you know, she's always been kept inside and kept secluded. But the fact that even when she can go to market and she can go out into the world, that whether it was the stepmother, whoever, has made it so that even if she's in a group of people, she's still completely alone, is so sad. And everyone, like, it's not just abuse in her home, but everyone where she lives looks at her like she's nothing and disgusting. Not less than that, like she's disgusting. God, that's so sad.
Oh, excuse me, milady. Oh, stay away. I don't want to catch what you've got. Oh, milady, help a woman in need? Mayhaps I could spare a copper or two. Don't bandy words with a curseling, Margaret. She'll bring us bad luck.
Hi. What? Where'd you come from? Did we steal her from Shipwrecked? Okay. I'm a big fan of, like, Edgar Allan Poe Murder Mystery Dinner Party for Friends. I know she's from that. Oh, and she's done some stuff with some of the Tin Can Bros. They had that shitty Broadway show or something like that. I've seen clips of. She did that great performance that was Waitress meets Sweeney Todd. It was so good. It was what baking can do, but as Mrs. Lovett. So good. What's her name? It's like Mary Kate. Oh, it's like Mary Kate Wiles or something. She's married to that the guy who played it. Edgar Allan Poe kind of looks like a baby semi-David Tennant. But surprise, cool. I hope she sings because I love her voice.
Sir Preston, I remember you. You knew my father.
Oh, God, Zella, what's become of you?
I know how I look, how I smell. You think I want this? They want me to stink. Sweet scents offend them, crinkles their noses. They only have love for grave worms and mold and things that grow in the dark.
Ella, I think it's best we find your mother.
She's not my mother. She's not even human.
A little help
No,
here.
I'm sorry. I just need you to believe what I'm saying. She's wearing someone else's skin.
No.
Can't you see it? The seam on the back of her neck. Why can't anyone else see it?
Is that legit? Oh my god, that's crazy. If all of them are monsters and poor thing is just like living with a bunch of monsters, no one believes her. Oh, that's crushing.
Has the world gone mad?
This is an interesting quiz.
Just you.
Oh.
Cinderella, Ella, was she down on her luck? Or did witchcraft hang her head low? The towny folks, they won't get close, her hair matted down. They prefer that she's locked in a home. Fresh as a daisy, mysterious ways. Ever since Mom and Dad left this plane. Stark raving lady, reclusive her days. Was she hearing all that they say? Cursed or crazy? You know you don't wanna know it. If life is a burden, you know that you've been burnt or shady. Sanity out of the picture, whether you want it or not, or you are cursed crazy. Cinderella, Ella, why she covered in filth? It's the remnants of the house of ash. The guilt she's got, she's overwrought, that paranoid look, like the town is talking behind her back.
I always forget her name. Darn it, she's so gorgeous. And her voice is fantastic. Apologies. I always forget her name. And his name too. This is the newer people, I sometimes forget their names. He's also a great dancer. But, oh my gosh, like, Cinderella was sad enough, gang. You didn't have to make it worse. I'm into it, but you didn't have to make it worse. The vibe seems very... This song, the kind of, like, it sounds a little like fantasy meets almost like, I don't want to say Nine Inch Nails, but it's got that kind of industrial slight vibe to it, kind of like mid-90s. Like it's musical theater and Ren Fair and fantasy, but with just like sprinkles of grunge. It's like the rock's not there, but I hope this makes sense. It's feeling all the tone, the lighting, even like the set design right there. It's feeling specifically very 80s dark fantasy stuff like Labyrinth or Return to Oz or Dark Crystal. It's interesting because I don't know much about it, but what I have heard is some people saying that they did not love this show. I don't know, I didn't hear why, but I just heard that like there were a lot of mixed feelings on this show. And I wonder if maybe just like the music didn't vibe with them, or they just don't like that tone, or if they're younger, they maybe aren't familiar with that tone. I mean, I'm not familiar with all of it. I haven't seen Dark Crystal or anything because the puppets, I love puppets, but some of those ones look freaky. The Gelflings look terrifying. Their skin is weird. Anyway.
Start raving manic, lock her away.
Destined to join her mother at the stake.
Weird and eccentric, completely estranged.
Her stepmother must be a centaur.
Cursed crazy, you know you don't wanna know it. When fighting your demons alone, you know you're fucked or faded. Destiny couldn't be sicker, whether you want it or not, or you are
Cursed crazy, tattered and mangy, shell of my former self.
Oh, you are.
It seems lately, just maybe, the outer world is a spell. Cinderella, Ella, is she so fucking nuts that chivalry is all but dead? I'm a ghastly sight, but gas delights these skin-wearing crooks. Is it too much just to lend her a hand?
Verging on panic, a cat that is strayed. Give it some milk, it'll never tame. So damn dramatic, completely insane. Look at the town she's left in her wake.
Cursed and crazy, you know you don't want
Yeah, now we have a light show. Oh, fascinating. Now it's a little dance party. Oh god, her voice is pretty. I wouldn't mind seeing her play a Eurydice. I think she'd be a good Eurydice. I'm just saying. There's the Pantages right there. You're in LA. Go for it.
You know you're stuck with the stigma, whether you want it or not. Your life is not what you pictured. Bedlam is all that you got when you've been backstabbed lately.
Your bloodlines couldn't be thicker, whether you want it or not, or you
Cursed crazy.
She'd be a good Eurydice. Jeff would be a great Mark. I'm not a big Rent fan, but he'd be a good Mark. Joey would be a great, honestly, Seymour in Little Shop.
Please, will no one help me?
Toss her in the river for a bath. That is all the help she deserves.
No, please.
Yes.
Please. No.
Good job.
Great. Good job.
Well done. The best we did this girl.
Poor Ella.
We humiliated that poor girl.
Poor Ella. But hark! What approaches from yonder way?
I'm trying to figure out what, like, all this stuff in here looks like trash. I suppose it's gonna come in to play later, but it's just a really interesting thing to have going on in the background.
But hark! What approaches from yonder way?
I'm trying to figure out what, like, all this stuff in here looks like trash. I suppose it's gonna come in to play later, but it's just a really interesting thing to have going on in the background.
With banners streaming and horns blaring, I shall tell thee, 'twas a great procession, with knights and courtiers, all returning from their tour of the northern kingdoms. At its head was the royal carriage, carrying none other than the realm's own charming prince.
See what this version's like.
I've traveled the world and tasted wine and cheese and grapes and honey, but nothing compares to the juice and the hairs of a taste of royal Connie.
Yep, seems right.
It's a sweet song, isn't it, Thaddeus? If you say so, my prince. Of course it is. And can you believe what she called it? Vulgar. She missed the point entirely, Thaddeus. It was a compliment.
Well, perhaps, sir, in the northern kingdoms, singing of the Queen's loins before the entire court is, considered faux pas, sir.
Well, fuck them then. I never wanted to marry that old walrus anyway.
I love that Kurt's just like bouncing his leg to make it look like the carriage is moving. So cute.
To hell with her and her frostbitten cunning.
Sir, you must marry someone. And all the great houses have rejected your proposals, despite my prince's many charms.
It's the damnedest thing. But don't worry, Thaddeus. I'm sure there's someone out there worthy of me. Someone soft and kind, filled with such a beauty inside, she's fit to burst. Wop, wop, wop. Speaking of which, pull over, coachman. I must shit in the river.
Hold the column. The prince needs a shit.
Can't it wait, sire? Your father's expecting
His
you.
little pantaloons.
We're so near the castle.
And strain the royal bowels? I think not.
Fuck this cursed life.
Ella emerged from her dip in the river. She was shivering and sopping, and for the first time in a long time, she was...
I'm clean.
The brush isn't, but...
My skin. I haven't seen it in so long. I'm not a creature of soot and sweat. I'm clean. I'm doomed. Oh, stepmother will be furious. Goodbye, sweet skin. I must cover thee in filth.
Ella raced to the muddy riverbank, where she came upon the prince with his pet.
That's so sad. She has to keep herself dirty just to avoid something horrible. Oh my goodness. I like how dark this is getting. I really, really do. I don't know why I'm shocked. I mean, they've gotten really dark in their last few musicals, which I enjoy. I like that this is... Because they haven't done, you know, other parody musicals in a long time. This is definitely not a parody musical. This is just a telling of this story.
Around his ankle.
Oh, pardon, sir. I've seen a cock. No more trials today, God. I beg of thee.
Wait, please just wait just a moment.
Oh,
As a gay woman, that's about what my reaction would be as well.
I'm so sorry,
Oh,
sir.
well, no need to apologize. There are many regrettable things in life, but a maiden stealing a glance at your member is not amongst them. Especially when the maid is so comely.
What did you call me?
Comely. Radiant. A vision the stars themselves might envy.
You are too forward, sir. If you'd spoken so rashly in my father's hall, his bannerman would have beaten you bloody.
And where is your father?
Dead.
Good. Then I shall press my luck further and risk a kiss on your lovely hand.
I cannot remember when last I was spoken to so gently.
It's sweet that part of it was just because she had a hand clean enough to kiss. And it seems like that was a lot of what... Oh, that was very cute. I also really like her necklace, that little leaf.
Have you any other compliments to give? Maybe about my eyes?
They are embers at midnight.
Oh, and my hair?
Ooh, the gods themselves could spin no finer silk. In fact, I have a song I think you might appreciate. Let me fetch my lyre. Thaddeus!
Do you need help wiping, my prince?
No. Well, yes, but later.
Oh, my days. Prince?
No, please, rise, my lovely lady.
Ella of the House Ashmore.
Ashmore. A great and noble house. She's rich, Thaddeus. Not a princess, but not bad either.
Sir, I'm sorry to say, but the Ashmores have fallen on hard times. Their house is in disrepair, to put it delicately.
I don't care if the house needs new shutters and tapestries. I want to know if the carpet matches the drapes. Come, Ella. My carriage awaits. Grant me the honor of escorting you home.
Between him and Aladdin, StarKid seemed to not think very highly of princes in general.
I'd much sooner see your home, my prince.
Really?
Yes, take me to your castle, and be quick about it.
Ella, where are you, you wretched child?
Oh, hurry, we must away.
I swear you'll pay for making me worry so. There you are, sweet girl.
Oh, what a great switch up. Oh, I love it.
Come to your mother.
Mother, eh? So you must be the Lady Ashmore.
And you are charming prince. It seems you've charmed my stepdaughter, at least.
Of course I have. I'd wager she's wetter now than when she was bobbing in the river.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get her out of these soaking clothes and, well, we'll see what happens after that.
Look, I'll be real. I'm not anti-sex. I'm fine with sex jokes. I just really find them that funny. So if I just don't laugh at them, I'm not like judging them, but it's just like, I don't know. I never find them very funny. It's the ace in me. I don't know what to tell you.
I am so overjoyed by what is so clearly true love. But I must intercede on my prince's behalf. You would never know from looking at sweet Ella the severity of her condition.
Oh, fear not, Mum. If it's anything venereal, I've had and beaten it.
Oh. If only the gods were so kind. Ella's sickness is one of the mind. She has delusions, you see.
Delusions? Is it contagious?
The world Ella lives in is demented and dangerous. There's no convincing her otherwise. She believes me to be a monster, that I orchestrated the downfall of her house, murdered her dear father. She knows she will never be safe from my terrible reach, even from...
Ooh, alright, well maybe the other guy's thinking about believing. He looked kind of suspicious. We like that.
behind castle walls. Poor mad Ella. She is my curse, and I am hers.
Wolf! I dodged a sword thrust there, Thaddeus. Never lay thy cock in a cuckoo's nest.
Words to live by, my prince. But the Ashmore family tree is tall and strong, with many nests that are warm and soft and waiting for a nice woodpecker or a nice swallow.
Ye gads, Thaddeus, this is one thirsty fucking house. Sir.
If she's a monster in a person suit, it's just, I don't know if she's killing those she has sex with, or if it's just kind of like, it doesn't really matter to her. So she's just like, yeah, go ahead, I guess. She just uses that because she thinks nothing of it, because she's not wearing her own skin.
You should not keep the king waiting.
He's kept me waiting. Oh, just die already, old man.
Jesus.
Ladies.
The offer stands firm. Come calling if you are. You.
I'm sorry, stepmother.
You've spoken enough for one outing. We will discuss this in the privacy of my home. To the court, damn you.
She's good. Like, she was great and kind of
The
scary in Dirty
ancestral
Prince.
home
She's really good in
of
this
the
so far.
Ashmore clan. Once bustling with retainers, now stood deserted. Decaying. The new lady of the house had seen to that. She had many secrets, that woman, the least of which was the poisoning of Ella's father. The others were darker still.
You are a willful child, Ella.
No, stepmother.
And forgetful as of late. What robs the fear from your eyes and replaces it with defiance? Is it this petal soft skin? These ruby lips? Do you take me to be one of your puny pink kind? Your kind who have been laid low by my designs? Well, let me remind you who the master is here, Ella. Let me reacquaint you with your fear!
The wicked woman cast aside her facade. This was no mere mask from a farce of folly. 'Twas a skin suit, sewn from the flayed flesh of comely maids and enchanted with the darkest of magics. The Lord...
Maids, is it multiple people? Goodness. I'm sure, like, there's probably a puppet coming, so it will take a minute to get in, so it can't be that quick of a quick change, but I like that because they've got this narrator, they can cut to him and he's sort of, it's like a magic trick where there's the element of distraction, so, like, he's our distraction while that happens.
Ashmore knew not what vile creature he had led into his own hearth and home. And now that beast, that troll, ruled in his stead.
Oh god.
Yes! Scream! I remember when these hills rang with that sweet music. Those great gray days when the sky was ash and the trolls roamed free.
These are really great puppets. I love puppets. I do. They're so good. And yet I've never seen Avenue Q. They're so good. I just think puppets can be used so cool in stage productions. I mentioned during Into the Woods, I knew that there was a version with Milky White being a puppet. I know I've seen some of Frozen where I think in the regular version, Sven is a puppet. I think the first show I ever saw, it was a Broadway show, but I saw it in LA, that I ever saw live was Lion King as a kid. Puppets. So, and I know that they've done, like, Paddington is on right now, which has... No, I think that actually might be a suit. That might be a suit. But I think that Winnie the Pooh was puppets, which I've seen clips of and gets me very emotional because I love Winnie the Pooh. But man, these are so well crafted. Like, look at the sculpting on this. I also just love Muppets, as everyone should. And I love puppet history, as everyone should as well. Great music, great puppets. So cool.
Before the thrice-damned sun rose once more, and the manfolk came with their fire and steel to drag my sisters into the light. And the dawn turned them to stone. Well, I shall bring ruin to this world, just like I brought ruin to the house of Ashmore. Remember, Ella, you linger.
I don't know if we were meant to catch that. I assume so, or else they would have cut it. But it just, like, seeing De Niro just kind of peek out like he's nervous too was very cute. I assume that was on purpose, but if not, I'm keeping it anyway.
Only because it pleases me to watch your bloodline suffer and serve. Well, serve you shall. Twilight approaches and my daughters will soon rise. Ready our meal. I troll up this house while you're at it. Look at these fucking windows. No grease, no grime. How do people live like this? Ugh.
Oh, I love that. Looks so cool. Throwing some light on the stage because having those little pockets of pretty things, of flowers and little lamps. That's so cool looking. Those like shadow boxes.
I don't like that troll one bit. Give me 6 sturdy dwarves and a warhammer.
Oh, we're back
We
to
put
the
an end to her.
story.
Yeah.
Slain many trolls, have you, Master Dwarf?
Well, not trolls per se, but goblins.
Goblins, yes. I've swatted many gnats. Should I try my steel on a dragon? One thing is not the other, my little friend. Alas, Ella.
The way that because of they had the camera, you barely see Joey. It just looked like him and the puppet.
Was now a servant in her own home. She toiled in the kitchens to feed the trolls repugnant appetites.
Oh, foul troll recipes. Ugh. We had maggot mash last night. Got some leftover toe jam, but no moldy bread. What's this?
Oh!
A frog. I've never made frog paste before, but it says here it's simple, quick, and serves 4. Step 1.
Look how she has to eat everything. Oh, well, I mean, yeah. They're not going to give her supplies to make her own food. Sure she's not dead just from that.
Smash frog with big fucking rock. Easy enough. All right. Come here, little one. Okay. You sure do hop a lot, don't you? Didn't get you very far, I'm afraid. My stepsisters must have caught you in the swamp. They're dreadful, aren't they? Oh. Would you mind terribly looking away while I get on with it?
Oh, he doesn't. Bless.
Trust me, there are worse things than getting squashed by a rock. This is a mercy, really. You want to be stuck in this house forever with them? I envy you, little Hop-a-Lot.
Your wig's coming off a bunch.
Yes, it is nice talking to someone. I think about it sometimes, you know? Giving up, letting them eat me. Part of me just wants it to be over, to be with my father again. But another part, a deep secret part that speaks in my true mother's voice, won't let me die. Not before they do. I was raised to be appraised, cap was paid, dress was made, princess bride to be. Ow, 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 ow. And then the day it never came, fitted dude in a suit, now a stepmother for me. your grave. I don't know.
I love the touch of the chandeliers, but also just being covered in moss and grossness. It's showing how this place was once very nice, but it's just in total disarray. This song sounds great. I can't figure out if it's just me, but again, it gives me 90s vibes. I don't know why, like 90s country. The bits that I heard of it, like radio country. I didn't listen to a lot of country, but it's very cool. I love the banjo. It sounds great. That like pop country kind of thing, a little bit, but oh my god, it sounds so good. I like this song. This might be my favorite sounding song so far.
I wanna step on your grave. I don't know how much maggot soup I can make. A cup of toes, a dash of mold, a half a toad, it needs oregano. There's only so many frog guts a girl can take. 100 gnats, a pinch of rat, one whole cat, to hell with that. I know I might need a lawyer, 'cause I've been forced to break a few legs. And if I wanted to sharpen my cleaver on this day, oh, I got names, 'cause I wish you nothing but defeat, and I want nothing for you but the least. And I know you're tripping that I might switch and be brave. I wanna walk all over, lose composure, step on stepmother's godforsaken grave. I don't know how it'll come to be, but I'll see you under my feet, so deep where even hell couldn't reach. Lord, give me reason not to smite these demons with my father's sword and legion. Oh my God, I'ma need you, help my soul remove these lesions. God, see the treason they brought upon my house.
I remember the big thing in the live action Cinderella, which I do like, the one from Disney, the Kenneth Branagh one, was all the whole have courage and be kind, which is a very sweet sentiment and a very lovely message. That won't work here though, because these are monsters. So I like that it's not, you know, it's like, well, I just have to have a good heart and try hard. It's like, no. You have to maybe kill these things. You probably have to kill these things. But I like her going like, give me another, like, hey God, give me another option. Remove them so I don't have to do this. But I mean, hey, if they're gonna keep this, something's gonna break eventually. It's probably gonna be me.
They brought upon my house. I was raised to be appraised, path was paved, dress was made, princess bride to be.
That was one of my favorite songs so far. That was very fun. I said 90s, I meant like kind of early thousandsy. Felt early thousandsy. I'm so mad. I wish I had more of a, because I have such a quick knowledge of film, but I don't really have that for music. So there's so many songs and I'm like, this sounds like something, but I just don't have enough of a like Rolodex in my head to remember exactly what it sounds like. So I'm sorry if sometimes I say something that sounds way off, but so it goes.
Go. Be free, little hop-a-lot.
So,
Sire many tadpoles. I'll heat up that toe jam.
Hear ye, good citizens of the realm. By order of the old king, in a fortnight hence, these castle doors shall open to all maidens both fair and gently born. And from that gathering our charmed prince shall choose his future queen at this most grand and auspicious ball.
Ooh, hey, Thaddeus, wait, you're too far away. Thaddeus,
I'll come.
No, stay there. I'm coming down to you. Hold on. Wait, I'm coming down this way. Hold on. Wait, I got it. Whee! Okay. Ooh, hey.
I love when they do that for some reason. Like they do it a little bit in Guide and like musicals too. The sort of, they don't have a lot to work with when it comes to sets. They're just sort of announcing what the theater of the mind is so that we can all kind of imagine it. It's very funny. So I'm coming down to you. Okay, cool. when he's reading off that thing, again, it's hard to not watch a version of a very famous fairy tale like this and not see other versions you've seen in your head. And for when it comes to that point, I immediately see Jason Alexander in the 1997 Cinderella with Bernadette Peters and Whitney Houston and Brandy, because like that is the ultimate version. Come on, of course it is. Although it didn't let Victor Garber sing enough, which is very much a crime, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm afraid this prince is going to get on my nerves. That does not have anything to say against the actor, who I think is lovely. It's just these kind of characters drive me a little bit nuts, but I get that as the point. It's all good.
Thaddeus, what did the maiden say when she finally reached the ball?
What, sir?
Get it? She reached my balls. No, she's sucking my cock. Are you following me, Thaddeus?
Oh, yes, sir. Very amusing.
You didn't laugh.
I am Thaddeus. I work with, I'm sure I mentioned, I work with all guys, which is funny because I work at a jewelry store. You think there'd be more girls, but I am the only girl that works there. And especially one of the guys loves to tell bad raunchy jokes. And he knows that, like, I don't care, that I'm very difficult to offend. He kind of was, like, shy to tell them around me, and I'm just like, I don't care. I can't promise you I'll find them funny, but I'm not gonna, like, be offended. I could care less. So he always tries to tell them to the group of us, and it's just like, he's telling it to an older guy who doesn't speak the best English, a guy who's just this big burly dude who's very polite, and then my gay ass and my manager's gay ass. We're just like, but he keeps trying. Oof, yeah. God, that felt very real.
Fuck you, Thaddeus!
Ella, where are you? Your sister's starved.
If only. Coming, stepmother.
I like that you can, even without seeing her, because of the different voices she's been using throughout, we can tell that she's in her, like, troll form. Because that, like, she's got this gravelness to her voice. We've heard her do a bunch of different versions of, like, evil stepmother when she's kind of in her superior to you voice, when she's flirting, when she's pretending to be the sweet stepmom, and then troll her. Really, really good acting from her so far. Like, fantastic.
Yes, yes. The peasantry won't stop mewling about it. The prince must have his broodmare. So they gather to frolic and folly. How disgustingly human.
Oh, I think it sounds enchanting. Music and dancing and all those boys. Hundreds of people shitting in the same privy shafts. It's gonna stink so good.
Lauren's doing kind of a version of, like, her Buggette voice from Starship. That's cute. Probably not on purpose, I like that little voice from her. I wonder how heavy these things are. Probably not I mean, I'm sure they're obviously made of, like, foam, but to keep your arms up like that must be a pain. I doubt they can do it for very long, but it looks cool. It really does.
So in the garden! I heard there's a bridge! Wide enough for 6 cars! I'd hole up under there and no one would be able to pass without answering me these riddles. 3!
Right, you wanna be the troll under the bridge?
What was that about riddles?
Not riddles per se. More like conversation starters. No, I've seen her at night scribbling riddles in her diary.
Hey, that is a perfectly valid occupation for a troll. Let's not be rude.
Don't read my diary, you whore!
Hey, I did not claw us up from nothing. Put this roof over your head, this rotten food on your table, for you to collect tolls under a bridge like your goat-eating cousins. There will be no riddling in this house. It is beneath us, as all bridges shall be.
Sorry, Mom. Ransilda will never be a proper lady. A ball's no place for her.
Oh, what? And you think you'd be welcome, Putris?
What do you think the prince would do if you came lumbering onto the dance floor?
Oh, okay, so you can riddle and I can't?
The humans like their women soft
And shapely, like Ella.
Oh, Ella gets everything. She's making me self-conscious. Leave her alone, you bully. I oughta...
That is kind of funny to think that, like, because clearly this, was it Pusilla? Pusilla? I can't remember what she just said. She clearly has some desires to, be part of their world, at least to a degree. That even though Ella's clearly a horribly abused prisoner, that still the stepsister can make herself the victim, and that story is just ridiculous. It is so, gosh, I've been thinking about the Ella of this, and it is so sad of, like, at a certain point, do you start thinking that maybe you are crazy? If all you ever experience are these monsters, and then everyone you come in contact with, the brief view you get to, all reinforce that you're insane. It shows how strong she is, that she still is like, no, I know this is real. And we'll see if that stands up. But it tells a lot about her character without really going into it. Like, she is someone who, despite everything, still has the strength of self to be like, no, I know what is reality and what is not. I don't care what anyone else tells me. This is real. These are monsters. Help.
Pop your head like a zit. Yeah! Can we, Mom? Can we just kill her?
No! Unlike you two, Ella has her uses. The Ashmore family is a noble house. There are appearances we must maintain. I did just receive a letter from the Lord Griswald. He's sending his two whelps to the prince's ball, and we've been petitioned to play host.
The Griswold girls are coming here? I haven't seen sweet Justine or vivacious little Lucy since those summers at Honeyhold.
Mom! Ella knows we don't have any friends and she's rubbing it in!
Stop upsetting your sisters! Yes, the Griswold bitches are coming here. And you, Ella, are gonna throw them off our scent. That means cleaning this shithole from top to bottom. Removing every trace of troll infestation. The gunk, the grime, the cobwebs.
No! Not my cobwebs! I'm collecting those!
And I suppose I'll have to clean myself as well, to aid in the deception, of course.
I suppose.
I'll do my hair and rouge my cheeks.
And your fine dresses? You'll be needing those from the attic.
Okay, so I lose all my cobwebs and she gets to dress as slutty as she wants? I hate this family! No one understands me!
Teenagers, huh, Mom?
Shut up!
Well,
I also like that they managed to make all of the trolls look different slightly. It all looks slightly different ages. You can tell, like, who's the oldest and who's the youngest, which is impressive.
What are you waiting for? You have a whole house to scrub, and you can start by wiping that stupid grin off your face.
Yes, stepmother,
It sounds like video game music all of a sudden. It's not kind of 8-bitty there.
I will. When I was 4, I'd lay in bed and paint a picture in my mind. Then the next day, I take a pen and make it mine. And through the years, the canvas might have weathered away. But the paint, it still hasn't dried. I've been thinking about this day as long as I remember. And I've been dreaming about how I can make it last. And if I close my eyes, I can see the best in front of me, an endless light, a burning ember. This day will last forever.
I really like the way that, like, because of her costume, because all the mess was on that one apron, that you can just take that off and put something else on, and it, even though very little has changed, it still transforms the vibe of how she's dressed. I think the song sounds very cute. I really love the lyrics, but the synth thing, I'm trying to figure out, it's reminding me of something specific, and I don't know what. Kind of the old Nerdist podcast intro. You remember Nerdist? With Chris Hardwick. And it's something else too, and I can't think of what it is. And I don't mind that sort of synth thing, but it sounds strange with this song. I kind of wish it wasn't there, just because this song is very, I don't know, it's very hopeful and pretty. There's nothing not hopeful about synth. They just, I don't know, they don't feel like they match to me. Maybe I'm crazy. I love the little warm lights there. It looks so pretty. And it's gonna be fun to kind of see what they do to transform things here. Oh, she looks so happy and hopeful. This girl's really great. She's got a wonderful smile, which is perfect for this.
The day finally arrived. The house was sparkling, and Ella's heart thumped so loudly she could scarce hear the rapping at the door.
Alright, didn't change much. That's okay. Well, that's not a good sign. I knew that that those two were playing trolls. I didn't know that they were also going to be the friends. Who knows? Maybe it'll be fine, but I doubt it. That double casting is a bit foreshadowy and makes me nervous. Oops.
Ladies Justine and Lucinda Griswald, the House Ashmore is honored to receive you.
The ladies Griswold are honored to receive your warm welcome.
Yes, we're all honored. Now sidestep the tedious formalities and kiss me! Egads! This can't be our Ella.
I remember a gawky creature all knees and elbows, not this flower in full bloom.
Gods be damned. They gave you the figure I prayed for.
Lucy, the gods don't err. Same old Lucy, despite father's best efforts.
Well, you must be weary from the road. Let me take your bags to your rooms.
Take our bags? Heavens, girl, leave them for the servants.
Oh, the servants are... Well, I relieved them so that they might rest and we might reacquaint ourselves away from prying eyes.
Fucking servants. They'll sell your secrets for a copper every time.
And yet, Ella shows them kindness. She's as beautiful inside as she is out. Lucy, I fear we've come this way in vain. The prince will take one look at Ella and we will seem plain as cabbage.
That's the interesting thing when I don't know the names of the songs, apologies. But the song that was in the end of the last video I did, talking about I want to step on your grave, that I was raised to be a praised princess bride, to be like, she was raised to be rich and pretty and eventually marry well. So and now she's this horrible cursed thing, but in both parts she's still kind of less a person, like an individual, and more like a symbol or an object of like, I was raised to be well behaved and pretty and, you know, this nice thing to look at and to get married. And now I am this thing that people stare at in the opposite way. I still draw attention in a bad way, and I'm just this creature. So it's like, regardless, she still isn't getting to be herself. So I'm curious. I hope this doesn't just end with her like, no, I'm a princess again and all is fixed. I hope that it can kind of go into a different direction and have her learning to be, maybe not something in between, but just learning to be herself and getting to be like an actual fully fledged person is kind of a cool idea, I hope. We also love color coding. Think like the Schuyler sisters in Hamilton. It's just great. It's just a really great, especially on stage, simple way to associate a character with a color. It helps.
Well, the prince can toss his full salad for all I care. Let us leave the proposals and politicking for the morrow. Today, let us be girls again. I want to sing and be silly and run barefoot.
It's also really cute to see Lauren playing somebody like this. Playing someone, you know, is not a bitch, but, you know, like I guess would make sense for a rich woman of that time. This time like this, you know what I mean? But playing a very sort of, I don't know, normal character, even if it's just for a minute, is so strange that it's kind of interesting. But again, that's one of those things, and why I really think that's something that StarKid stuff is so special is because someone who just stumbles upon this can see a great show in the case of all their shows. But if you're someone who has seen all their work, then there is this kind of fun aspect of not only watching it, but sort of for fun seeing how the performers have grown, comparing them to other performances they've done. Almost an odd comparison, but it's like the musical version of American Horror Story, where it's like repeated cast members. It's interesting to see like, oh, well, they were this kind of person, they were a villain this time, and now they're this, and others. And it's kind of cool to see just how that changes. It doesn't have a deeper meaning, no, but it's just kind of fun. You can have a deeper appreciation of like, oh, it's cool to see this person being silly, or this person being more serious, or seeing this person be a little darker, that kind of stuff. It's something that you really can't get from a lot of other productions, because we have this built-in kind of family making these. It just, I don't know, it adds something cool in my opinion. Also, apologies, I haven't called her out yet, but Mariah Rose Faith, I always really, really love. I know she was in, what the heck was she in? I think she was in Mean Girls, which I haven't seen the Mean Girls musical. I've only seen the movie once. I liked it, but I don't know the musical. I know like one song. But I'm sure she was fantastic. I love her voice. I love her in all these productions, and I've heard her do some covers of different things. Like I heard her do some Heathers. I heard her do one of like the 2 songs I know from 36 Questions, which I adore. Yeah, I just think that she's such a great performer and also really darn cute. But anyway, so I just love all these people. Yay for all of you.
Hey, let us be girls again. I want to sing and be silly and run barefoot through the glen. Lucy, could be wrinkles, there could be boys nearby. Exactly.
Oh, scandal.
It's like we never, ever dreamed of being. Shall we round the maple? No, blind man's club. Can't reminiscing be something more than sweet. And do you remember our secret language? Of course. If I close my eyes, I can see the past in front of me, front of me, front of me. A blessed sight, being back together. This day will last forever. How tomorrow's not coming now. I'll laugh as much as my heart allows. We're making up for lost time. If only, no, nothing's gonna happen next. 'Cause this right here's as good as it gets. The stars are all in a line.
All right. So I love that I'm sure that'll come up later, but I love that her dress has a little hood. I'm a big fan of like little hood capelet things. And even then their little movements there, the choreography there was very sort of simple but cute. It's not just Ella going like, oh, I miss these times, but also like, this is what my life should be right now. This is the life I'm supposed to be living, or the lives of these 2 girls. So I can pretend for an afternoon that this is my reality. And I get the feeling it's not going to end well, but it's really cute. Now we're going to apparently have some dancing. Sure.
I've been thinking about this day as long as I remember.
Okay, sorry, I know I stop a lot. I really like choreography here just because it's not like it's especially like complicated and great, but it I think it's cute because it feels the like things like this and them doing little choreographed like stepping. It feels like my little sister was a dancer, and it feels like choreography she would have made up with her friends in middle school, just like a dumb little dance that they would have like put together to a song they liked. Very like simple moves, but synchronized, and I don't know, I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I find it very cute, where it feels like this might even be a dance they're actually doing in reality, that it's just like, oh, remember this thing we made up once. It feels very simplistic, but innocent, and it's I don't know, and that really works for me. I think it's super cute. I like it.
All my life, I've been dreaming about how I can make it last. If I close my eyes, I can see the best in front of me, an endless light, a burning ember. This day will last, oh, it'll last forever.
And the only thing that's kind of pulling me out of it a little bit, and I get it's a stylistic choice, it's just sort of one that I don't know, I kind of want to understand more. If I'm sure there's people out there who've like watched all the behind the scenes stuff. If Jeff or anybody has explained the reason for kind of like the synth stuff, or even like the little lights in the background, like the kind of moving wave ones, let me know. I'm just kind of trying to figure out. I don't know if they're just trying to give an 80s vibe, because like it's already there. I can already feel it. You don't need to force it. I do like, I'm loving it, but yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, I'm struggling a little bit with that. Maybe I'm crazy, ignore me. I never want to, I always want to be honest in these, so if something feels weird, I'm gonna say it.
The day was as perfect as she had dreamed.
He's so perfect as
And
the
as the
narrator.
sun began to set,
He's so good.
Ella and her two dearest friends found themselves in the Wilderwood, beneath the branches of an old oak.
Because like we had the narrator in Into the Woods, right? The last one I covered. And it was, or second to last, American Psycho was in the middle. And it was more someone sitting in a chair reading you a story. You know what I mean? It felt more like that. It was somebody reading someone else's story, and just sort of reading like from a book, which works because so much of that musical, like I said in the stage production, with the sort of flat scenery, felt like a storybook, and so I thought that really worked. This guy feels like a storyteller. He's a traveling storyteller that's coming to your town, or you see him around a fire, whatever it may be. So there's a lot more personality to him. There's a lot more movement and sort of getting into the mode of the characters. And it's great because they're both still people telling you a story, but in very specific ways. He also gives me vibes of Clopin from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, who is one of my favorite Disney characters. Yes, I know he's not originally a Disney character. He's in the book. I haven't read the book. I love the Disney film. It's one of my favorite Disney films ever. Whatever. And I love that character, and he's giving me those vibes. Look at him. Look at his little face. He's great in this.
These woods are enchanting. Do you visit them often,
Okay, I
Ella?
love the lights
Every
there.
chance I get. This clearing was my mother's favorite. She was drawn to this old oak. I am too.
Oh, well, then it's the perfect spot for our picnic.
I'm hungry for gossip. Tell us, Ella, have you kissed?
Of course she hasn't. Ella's a good girl.
I'm not. I'm rather wicked. I've kissed plenty.
In your dreams, maybe.
It counts. I haven't kissed, but I have seen a cock.
Oh heavens. I like her. The oak tree thing was mentioned in Into the Woods as well, and I believe that is something from the story. But I like that because her mother tied to the tree, and that's an important symbol, that would be partially why she wears that little leaf there. It is really cute. Is it like a book back there? Interesting.
I haven't kissed, but I have seen a cock.
I'm so sorry.
Ella, in the hen house, I hope.
Not I! Oh, spare no detail, Ella. Tell us, was it a steadfast little sentry, or was he asleep at his post? I didn't get that good a look. He was shitting in the river at the time.
Oh, how romantic.
I love how much the vibe feels it's still fairy tale, but it's very slumber party.
Do you love him, Ella? Well, he was quite handsome, but he was also quite stupid.
Well, they all are, darling.
How rich is he? Should I go wading in the shit river?
Keep your claws off of Ella's stupid man, you awful girl.
She's not awful. She's wonderful. You both are.
Wait, hang on, I just want to see something. I'm probably wrong.
Stupid man!
Okay, sorry, I just need to see that. That's very cute. I think it's probably on purpose that they're wearing a bit more makeup than she is, because Ella wouldn't have a lot of that lying around. She'd have, her old dresses, maybe not makeup. But this very cute touch, because they're sisters, that they have their individual colors, but then their nails are reversed. So she's wearing her sister's color on her fingernails, and she's wearing her sister's colors on her fingernails. What a cute little detail. I love that.
Awful girl. She's not awful. She's wonderful. You both are. Forgive me. Oh, Ella, what's wrong?
I didn't mean it about wading in the shit river. A boy will never come between us. It was a jest.
Well, sometimes you jest too much. No, it wasn't that. It's just... I haven't been this happy since... Well, I suppose it all started here. In these woods. Under this old tree. It's where they found my mother.
That was interesting musically. They put in almost like a little bit of the beginning song, which would have been when he was explaining what happened to her mother. Cool touch there.
It's where they found my mother. She'd laid a dead infant here amongst these roots. A stillborn, she was no murderer. They spied her dancing naked between 5 great fires.
Well, that's just fun, okay? Don't be... Look. It's just good, clean fun.
With her. And the shadows danced with her. Witchcraft, they called it.
Sounds beautiful.
And not even my father's good name could save her. The peasants dragged her into the square and burned her at the stake as I watched. Oh, Ella. It was not long after my father grew ill. Say no more. Those unlucky days are over. No.
That's interesting because, I'm sorry, I forgot their names. But that one... It seemed kind of religious, and it's interesting that she's saying these things about her mother, and it's not even saying, like, anything bad about her, just, you know, trying to comfort her friend. This makes me wonder, so was her mother a witch, or was it a setup? If she was a witch, does that, like, are we going for a... She did have some kind of magic, therefore Ella has magic too? Is that why... do the trolls know about this? Is that part of why they chose that family, or did they just pick a random highborn family and that just happened to be it? And will we get a fairy godmother, or will it be more her mother? Much like in the Into the Woods, and I'm assuming in the... I don't know about the original. God, I just need to shut up and read. Reading's hard. This makes me so sad. I used to read so much, and now, I don't know, my ADHD has gotten so bad. Even with medication, it's a struggle. It just is. It's a struggle. Point is, I'm curious where they go with this, if the whole her mother being burned at the stake and the witch thing will have, you know, have some consequences or feed into the plot later. I'm gonna find out.
They'd only just begun. I mustn't say more for your sake, lest her evil eye be drawn to you too.
What do you mean, whose evil eye? Are you in trouble, dear one?
I can't. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you.
Ella, you are our friend. Our sister. Yes, tell us the sky is red and we'll believe it.
My stepmother, she's
No.
She's not what she seems.
No, don't say it.
She's beguiled the world with dark magic. She killed my father. And the servants, she ate them. Her and her spawn, my ugly stepsisters, they belong under a bridge somewhere, not in my father's hall. My mother's bed.
Oh, she's breaking my heart. Sorry, I just couldn't help think of it. If anyone out there is a fan of, like, dark renditions of fairy tales, and are not someone that watches Dimension 20 over on Dropout TV, highly, highly recommend. First of all, I just highly recommend Dimension 20 in general, but I really enjoyed their their horror season, which was Fairy Tales. There was a lot of mixed feelings about it. I have actually yet to finish it, to be honest. So maybe the ending's terrible. I don't know. But from what I've seen of it, I really liked it. They do some interesting things when it comes to the evil stepmother. They do a lot more jumble. It's a bit like a very, 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 very dark Once Upon a Time, only because different fairy tale creatures kind of play different roles we're used to them playing. Like, you know, the evil stepmother is linked to Pinocchio and things like that, but also still Cinderella. It's a really great time from what I saw anyway. Who knows, maybe it gets bad in the end. I doubt it. In general, though, I recommend Dimension 20. I know it's intimidating because if you're like not a person that's into D&D, I feel like it feels intimidating, which I get. Like, honestly, rock on if you're a Critical Role fan. I can't get into Critical Role only because like the episodes are so long and I'm just sitting there going like, I just have trouble connecting to it for some reason. I don't know, I'd much rather be playing. But with Dimension 20, the episodes are shorter, the people playing no D&D, of course, but are also like improv comics, so it's funny, but also they can really get into the emotional stuff. They all know each other for so long, so they really can play so well off each other that it's just some unbelievable storytelling. Highly recommend, not the point of this video, but if you do like dark fairy tales, it's called Never After. From what I can recall, it's pretty good, and they're very good about putting warnings, especially, I think starting that season, putting warnings in front of each episode of like, hey, there's this stuff involved here. It's very cool, and their battle boards are fantastic. But even if you're not a D&D fan, they make it very, very accessible. You know, if you want to start off, maybe not with the fairy tale one, I think you should, but Fantasy High in general. It's like Fantasy World meets high school, and it's just fantastic. I adore that entire series, especially Fantasy High, because it's got my boy, my Ace King, Riz. Anyway, back to this. I'm trying to figure out what I want to see, who I want to see Bryce Charles as Ella. She has such a great vulnerability. You know what? Let me think. I wouldn't mind seeing her as an Eponine. I think she'd be a great Eponine, in my opinion. I think she'd be wonderful. Because my goodness, she's got so much beautiful vulnerability, but also a great smile. I could see her as that. I could see her as quite a few things, but I think she'd be a great Eponine.
They're monsters, I tell you. They're trolls.
I knew I smelled something rotten from the moment we arrived.
So, you believe me?
Oh, my dear. Our bastard brother hunts trolls. Yes.
Oh, good.
We are all too familiar with their carrion stench.
Oh, then perhaps...
Oh my god, how unbelievable is that for her? That finally someone's telling her she's not insane, and that someone believes her, and it's her two friends. I know this is gonna end bad, and I'm just really upset for her.
After the ball, you might smuggle me away back to Honeyhold?
After the ball, are you mad? At nightfall, the trolls will wander free. We'll leave straightway before the sun sets.
Thank you. Thank you both. Oh, the gods are good.
Yes, they delivered us here to save you.
Did they?
Yes, it's
Or did they deliver
45
you to
minutes
me
in.
on a silver platter? And what's this I have here? A crab fork.
Oh god!
Stand up, Justine. I want a clear shot of that tummy. I don't want to damage that hide any more than I have to.
Justine, run. Get away from this place. I won't leave you.
Ella! Stepmother, please have mercy.
Stop! Why? I gifted you this happy day, and now it's time to turn out the light.
Lucy?
You'll see her in hell, Justine.
You monster. I hate you.
Okay, I know I commented a little bit. It was interesting to hear everyone's point of view on the whole, is it better to have it shot far away or to have it up close? I think it depends. I kind of wish that I had paid and watched the digital ticket. I kind of didn't because I'm like, I was broke at the time, first of all. But also I was like, well, you know, I can just watch it when it comes out. But seeing how they are doing more interesting things with the camera work, from now on, I think I might do digital ticket just to get both versions, just for fun. This, however, is great. God, heartbreaking. But having the camera be on the floor with Ella, as she's like, just her heart and her everything is breaking. Not only that, but having it here, where we've got the two corpses of her friends and, like, saviors in front of her, all fuzzy, knowing that soon, 100%, they're gonna be used by the trolls, that she's gonna have to keep seeing those friends, those trusted faces, now as her abusers, is so psychologically fucked. And I think it's great. StarKid has gotten so good in the last few years at being able to really ride the line between, like, it's funny, but also, if you think about it for more than 5 seconds, it's fucking horrifying. From Black Friday, from all that stuff. I think they're God, them as a company are so just, like, they deserve so much credit for how much they have changed while keeping, like, pretty consistent quality. There's very, like, I didn't watch Annie because I don't care. I didn't love Firebringer. I only watched it once. Maybe I should watch it again. There were 1 or 2 songs I like, but I wasn't a huge Firebringer fan, I will admit. I don't know why. But let me know if you really like Firebringer. Maybe I should give it another shot, watch it again. Maybe watch it on one of these where I focus a lot better. But I didn't care for it. But besides that, just, like, everything from, you know, starting off with their parody musicals, being very silly, but even, like, in Starship doing a fantastic villain song, something goofy like Me and My Dick, which still had some very cute numbers in it. And the way that they've just grown and grown over the years, was something like Twisted, which I think I mentioned before, like, script-wise, not my favorite. Just, like, you know, some of the comedy was kind of just seemed sort of lazy at times, but the characters are great, the story was great, it was more just like the dialogue, and the music, I think, is still one of the best they ever did. AJ Holmes, I love you. And Carlos Vasquez, love you. But musically, I think some of their best work. And then just, like, with the Hatchetfield trilogy, all fantastic. Black Friday probably being the weakest, but even then, there's some really, really great things in there. I feel like Black Friday, sorry, I'm going on a little bit of a rant about StarKid, so I promise I'll get back to things. The guy who, like, musicals is so perfect and fun and great, and such a great, like, it's musical Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and it's everything you would want in that, but they still have these great moments, like, Not Your Seed, that are, like, dark and upsetting, and the reality of that situation, while also being able to still be silly with, like, Cup of Poison Coffee and things like that. But they let those character moments really sit there, some great performances. I really hope I'm so mad I missed Digital Ticket for the current, the one they did recently. I was so sad that I even debated on going to LA to watch it. I was so bummed, but I couldn't afford it. I was unemployed and very broke, and just now I was so busy I forgot that the Digital Ticket was happening. So I hope they release it at some point, even if it's just for, like, a short amount of time, because I'd love to watch it. But, like, Black Friday is gonna be the weakest, but I feel like you wouldn't have Nerdy Prudes if you didn't have Black Friday, because I think Black Friday was Jeff Blim really musically trying out some stuff, and some of it worked and some of it didn't, but really kind of going out there a little bit more than StarKid had before, to then get to Nerdy Prudes, which I think has maybe some of their best like, musical arrangements that they've ever done. Anyway, all that to say, I like this production company. And it's definitely a company that, even if, like, you know, I'm partway through this and I'm enjoying it, it's not like, none of these songs are, like, gonna be super stuck in my head, but let's say, and I don't think it will, but let's say I finish this and I think it's meh. I'm still gonna watch the next one, not just because, well, I always watch StarKid, but because I feel like it's not just them, they're never lazy, they're never just phoning it in, they're trying something, and sometimes it's gonna work, and sometimes it's not gonna work as well, but they're just gonna keep trying different things, and I really love that. I love that, you know, this is not a parody, that it's just sort of a new telling of a fairy tale. It shows a company that will just experiment with stuff, and that's really cool, and thankfully have enough of a fan base and have built up enough goodwill to be able to get support on that. I've supported many of their Kickstarters in the past, and if they do another one, I'm sure they will, and I have money at the time, happily will again. All that to say, this is great. Heartbreaking, but, like, yeah, I love that we're on the floor with her, that it's like we're dead as well. This shot alone is just the epitome of heartbreak. These two corpses out of focus, lined up perfectly with the camera, and then her there. So all the stuff I said about the whole, I don't know about, you know, having the camera on stage. These are these times where it works and I'm grateful for it, because you can get these moments that where you forget you're watching a stage production. It feels more like a movie, and it's wonderful. But also in a very bad, sad way.
Oh, you're breaking my heart!
And Angela's just being the worst. I say it as a huge compliment. She is being terrible in this. Ugh, God. And acting so inhuman. Almost like she doesn't quite know when, like, what tone she should be using. I think is such a great choice.
With a tanner's blade, the wicked stepmother flayed Ella's poor friends like common game.
So fun.
And with magics both ancient and foul, she stitched 2 more suits of human skin.
I don't know what it says about me, maybe it's because I do watch a lot of horror films that, like, they're not showing anything, obviously, but in my head I can, like, see it happening. It's horrifying, so it makes it, like, extra disturbing. I don't know, maybe I've seen Tusk too many times, but it's just all I'm seeing in my head of, like, God, it's awful. Just, I am a weirdly big fan of body horror. Not that I'm like, it's super great, but more like I think it's really effective because we are so attached to our human bodies. But they are, like, when a director can remind you that your body is in fact just meat, it is terrifying to you. It really is, because you put all this importance on your body and then you're like, your body is nothing. Your body is squishy and it's meat. It's horrific. Good job.
Piltress! Bradsuit!
Oh my God, that's wild. That is upsetting. I love it. It's great. It's so great. I didn't think they would show that. That's fucked. I love this. So I love horror musicals, I gotta say. Granted, I just did one, but I think there's not enough.
I have your dresses for the ball!
So fucked.
Mom, they're beautiful. Where do my arms go?
Not there! Redshilda, if you tear this, it will be the end of you.
It's too tight.
No, you're too fat. Now suck in your gut. Suck it in.
I like that they don't take away these guys here. They don't pull them up. It's just like, no matter all the horror that's happening, there's still this castle on the hill. Just sort of watching while all this happens.
Okay. Come out and give your mother a twirl.
Oh yeah! Look at me! I look fucking sexy! I think mine's on backwards. What are the tits doing all the way up here?
Don't touch those.
You gotta shake your hips like this. Yeah, humans like a nice swinging ass.
No. Stop it.
It was so great that we got to see them as trolls. We got to see the way they behave, the way they speak, and then we got to see the real them, the real girls, and now seeing the horrific thing of those trolls in those bodies. Oh God, it's really great.
Okay, close your legs. Close them. Stand up straight. Stick your chest out. Good.
It is interesting that it's taken, like, how long has Ella, I don't remember if they said, how long has this been going on? Like, how long has Ella been without her father, has been in this situation? And how long, like, why did it take so long for them to bother getting her daughter's skin suits? Was it just like, didn't want to deal with it, but now there's a, potential of the ball? Why didn't they use Ella as one? I don't know. That would seem like the easiest thing. Maybe they'll give us a reason. I'm not sure.
Now purse your lips like this, like a duck. Uncross your fucking eyes. Straight. Okay.
Perfect.
That's not bad. It's rather good, I think.
Yeah.
these little poofs there where there used to be pigtails. It's like just a distorted version of what was there before.
Everyone's gonna want a piece of this. I was hungry for some man jam.
Shut up! Our foolish prince has sown the seeds of his own demise. His knights and bowmen will serve him little when we outflank them in the bedchamber.
Oh, I do wish that was a little bit lesser in the mix. I had trouble even hearing what she was saying. Come on now.
Our foolish prince has sown the seeds of his own demise. His knights and bowmen will serve him little when we outflank them in the bedchamber. Come, dogs. The ball awaits.
I skin my suits. I fillet my fish.
Don't forget my roots. I just pluck them out of the shaft. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And isn't it a bitch?
I look good in this. My facade won't let me down.
So funny, it almost sounds like I Love Rock and Roll. It's kind of got a Joan Jett vibe. It almost sounds like it sounds very like strange 80s rock-ish. Again, Angela I remember when I saw Black Friday, I had no idea who she was because I didn't watch Smosh. I mentioned that already. But oddly enough, when I left that show, her song was the one that I couldn't get out of my head. The Black Friday song. There was something about her voice in that, which like she was singing on stage with some unbelievable singers, but for some there was something about her voice that had just this quality I really found very just like haunting and striking. It worked so well for that song, the sort of scratchiness, but like it was very, I don't know, something very satisfying about listening to it. And well, one of her main songs in Nerdy Prudes is my least favorite song in that show, being Dirty Girl. It's more just because it makes me uncomfortable. She sounds great. And in this, she sounds fantastic. And it's so funny to watch, a comment out like the sex jokes are kind of meh. They're meh to me from the Prince because it's just like, all right, dude's gross. With this, you're watching creatures who are like, all right, we put on these flesh suits. These things like it when we do this sex stuff, which means nothing to us. So yeah, screw it. We know how to flirt. That gets us stuff. There's something very transactional and detached from it that makes it kind of funny. They're just like, yeah, for some reason they like it when we do this. It's hilarious. Anyway, I think it's great.
No one notices that my soul is inside out. What you
I wonder if, because they were all kind of dancing together and then she sort of danced sexy almost in the way that Ella and her friends were before, but those two have flipped as far as the sisters go. It's like this demented version of that song almost, with the red lighting, which is great. Fantastic.
is that my soul is inside out. What you see's not what you get. A booty trap for other boys. One look, they all come running. Who knew something hot could be slumming?
I'm up on top, you're under the bed. You wanted a dime, but you'll be destroyed.
My statue's got you stuck. This flesh has got you fucked.
And I hear you're rich.
I look good in this. My facade won't let me down.
My truth is skin deep and ugly.
No one notices that.
And the way Angela's kind of playing it like, almost like she's putting in barely any effort. It's just like, yeah, it's, it's very aloof. Another thing I love about this production team, just this team of performers, and Lauren was just showing it off, that they will, I mentioned a lot in Next to Normal, performance over pretty over performance, that kind of a thing. Not being afraid to sound not your prettiest that you can sound in service of the scene, the emotion, the character. And this crew does not care about that at all. They will happily do the weirdest character voice to commit to the bit, and it makes it so great. It sells it so much better. Lauren has an unbelievable voice, and she has sung in some wild ass character voices, and I love it every time. I love it.
My truth is skin deep and ugly. No one notices that my soul is disavowed. I'm good to play the part
Until I break your heart. No.
Tits back, shoulders out, eyes plucked. You better stitch up, lips bent, knees pumped, toes jammed. Girl, you know I'm stitched up. I'll try.
How creepy of like stitched up is like, you know, kind of stitched together in your dress, but also stitched up in their new skin. Oof, creepy. Love that double.
It on, I'll take it for a spin. Don't worry, doll, the fix is in. Where do I end? And my body begins. Cause everyone knows that beauty's within. I look good in this, my facade. I look good in this, my facade. No one notices my facade. No one notices my facade. I look good in this, my facade's a wicked gown.
The way they're moving, they keep doing this. It's like, it's the way they're moving, it's so much bigger than a lot of the other characters because they are these giant things in these smaller bodies now, but also it's them like stretching, it's them showing as much as they can as possible. So I think that's the sexy thing to do. Is very funny. Where it looks, to us, it looks like almost clumsy and like big and like lumberous and weird to them. They're just like, fuck it. It's really great. They're doing such a great job of illustrating these giant things in these smaller bodies.
I will ruin this till it all comes crashing down. I'm gonna play the part until I break your heart.
I'm afraid I made an awful mess when I was skinning your companions. Take what's left of them and put it in the ground.
So fun.
Do you like the song? I look
Shut
good.
up! We sang it once, and we sing it once a day, not twice.
We sing it once a day. That's so funny. That is so funny. Making it diegetic to the scene of making it a thing that actually was just sung. So that makes me wonder. Do you like the song? Is it a new song that they will now sing once a day? Or is it a song the stepmother has always sung once a day by herself in her great skin suit, and now just the girls can join in?
Ella did as she was bid, dragging the poor Griswald girls into the dark of the wood, to a mother's clearing, beneath the old oak.
Like, I'm shocked. That's just a bloody sack of her friend's meat. That's wild. But I also love how dark they're going with this. Because it's like, it's dark, but it's not, they're not doing anything gratuitous. I mean, well, I don't know. It depends on your definition, but I personally don't think that it's like overstepping any lines. It's just extremely dark, which, yeah, fair. It's a fairy tale.
Fate drew her there, or perhaps something stronger.
Justine. Lucy. I'm so sorry.
What's happening?
The earth quaked. Something stirred from its ageless slumber beneath that old oak. Something else.
That's the great thing of having a narrator, is that, like, we can see the flashing lights and stuff, but then having him, like, we can imagine what might be happening, but then being able to have a narrator explain it in more detail, it makes it more, you can really see the images in your head, so they can kind of maybe, things they can't pull off on stage. It's cool. It doesn't work with every show. Not every show would work with a narrator. This one definitely does.
Ella's mother had failed to rouse with the many prayers and offerings. For it was not witchcraft that the Lady Ashmore practiced, but the mysteries that honored the goddess of all that is green and good.
That's wild. And kind of cool because it looks a little bit like it does look a teeny bit like the when Cinderella's mother was in the tree and Into the Woods. I wonder if that was a inspiration. Maybe not, but it is funny though, because with the background sounds and those lights, it looks like it's like somewhere between like woodland fantasy and also sci-fi in a way. That's kind of cool though. So yeah, she worshipped the goddess. Heck yeah. The green woman, we'll say.
When the innocent blood of Lucy and Justine seeped into the soil, it trickled down to the goddess, scorching her like burning pitch. Her all-seeing eyes fluttered open, and the fairy queen of sweet dreams awakened once more.
So if you're casting a fae queen from StarKid cast members, it's got to be Kim Whalen. So I love that. That makes so much sense. Like perfect. I love her outfit. It looks, it's funny because it looks, you can see like almost leaves here. It also looks like roots almost, but it's white, which is an interesting choice, which makes it almost look like snow or shredded paper. But it's kind of cool. It's interesting. I love her little stuff in her hair. We love a good fae queen. They tend to be tricky, but you know, they'll get shit done.
Open your eyes, daughter of fire.
The light, it burns.
Yes,
Daughter of Fire, Kush Ashmore. That's kind of cool.
let it burn away the last of your tears.
What are you?
Another thing that, another instance where the camera not being far back but being on the stage works, because doesn't that look great? That looks really cool. Or it's just nothing but like, it looks like she's just on a stone surface with all this fog coming in. Yeah, it doesn't look like the forest, but it looks really cool. It almost looks like she's in like a temple. So we're just seeing like, you can't really see anything very clearly. I like it. I think it looks neat.
What are you?
I am Fae. I am God. I am Mother.
Are you Phaedra? Goddess of love and light?
Phaedra. I know not this name. And I know a great many things.
Ooh, I love the choice of having these like nails that look from far away look like little like twigs, like branches, but also look like they could be like needles. They look, it's that thing of like looking like the forest, but also looking dangerous, which I think really works for Fae. Very cool.
Her statue stands in every church beside the 9 good gods.
Gods are not good nor evil. They simply are. And they are beyond your judgment.
Forgive me.
I have seen many gods rise and fall. All of them false. Or lies from the race of men.
Please, no more. I have suffered so much. And now you take the comfort of my faith. Be gone, spirits! Be gone!
It was you who...
She just assumes that anything is just there to take more things from her. It's so sad. Just like, you're bigger than me, you're more powerful than me, therefore you're taking things from me. Because that's what everything does. Oh, dear.
Summoned me with the blood of the innocent and the righteous fury in your heart. 'Twas the beacon that guided me from my prison in the realm of death. Now, I shall repay thee. Tell me your sweet dreams, child of ash, and I will see them come true. What is thy desire?
My desire?
It's kind of funny having this person who's, you know, I'm the fairy queen of sweet dreams, and I was summoned by vengeance in the blood of the innocent. Maybe your definition of sweet dreams are different than others. Maybe sweet dreams doesn't mean innocence. Maybe it just means pure as in like pure of intent, like just strong dreams.
I want only for the world to be a good and kind place.
You would lie to a god. Your pretty words are chains. Cast them aside and tell me what.
Isn't that fun? Because that's what the usual Cinderella we've seen in pop culture, the main one, would say. That's, you know, that's the Disney version. I just want kindness, you know. have courage and be kind. And it's like, no, come on, be honest here.
Is thy desire.
Oh my fucking stepmother.
Revenge.
Rightfully so.
And revenge you shall have. How?
There's no way there isn't a, like, revenge horror film based on Cinderella. There has to be. If there is, someone find it for me. I'm sure it exists. I know there's, like, one that's just called Cinderella, I think, that's, like, Japanese horror that I haven't watched. And I've seen The Ugly Stepsister. We're not talking about The Ugly Stepsister. Still traumatized by that one. There's gotta be one that's, like, a crazy revenge tale. I'm sure there is, and I'm just forgetting it, but anyway.
I give unto thee these gifts. Use them well. Deliver our fire to those who have forgotten us. First, a knight, to do thy bidding and slay thine enemies.
I have seen what passes for a knight in this kingdom. There is no man I would trust.
Not a man, my lady.
I've seen images. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen him that clear. Look at the cutie. I love that they made him so tall. I love that he's the kind of puppet that, like, you know, walks, that's like feet is on the performer's feet. It's kind of cool. It looks wild. But I like it. And I love the way that John is dressed behind him. I love little curled hair. I love the mustache. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. We love this. And I've mentioned in the last video, I'm sure, I mentioned the Dimension 20 season, Never After. The Frog Prince is one of the characters, and he is good with a sword, so I do like that. Not on purpose, obviously, but it's just kind of a fun coincidence.
But a knight nonetheless.
You're a frog.
Indeed, and the finest blade in all the swamp. They call me Sir Hopalot. I have no lands, no lily pads to my name. I have nothing save this sword and my heart. And both are yours, my lady.
Not a bad puppeteer there. His mouth looked almost puppety. They were moving pretty as one. I wonder how long if they trained with puppeteers or not. Because it certainly takes work. I mean, if you look at, like, Puppet History, if you look at season 1, just a lot of this, and then Shane Madej got pretty good at puppeting. I mean, they are in LA. All the Henson puppeteers are there. I've been to the Henson lot and saw their show. It's great. So yeah, there's definitely teachers around there. I hope they went and got some, because everybody's good. We love good puppeteers.
Sir Hopalot, you're the very frog I saved from the kitchen.
And taught me what true kindness was. It was that day I swore myself to your service. Now the magic of this fine fairy has granted me this form and a squire to aid me in my quest.
I've seen
Where are you, Crumb?
Oh, then I realized. Oh my goodness, what a little babe. Perfect for Joey to be playing him. What a babe. I thought this was Baby. That's Baby. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I love a puppet knight. My favorite character in, like, the knight, of course, since a lot of this you can tell is very much inspired by things like Labyrinth. You think of the knight in Labyrinth, which is my favorite character, Sir Didymus, the fox that rides a sheepdog. I just adore him. The fox without a sense of smell.
Here I am, sir!
Crumb, take a knee before your sovereign.
Oh.
Forgive him, my lady. He is as green as summer.
He's a cute little mouse.
Yes, but don't hold that against him, my lady. Under my tutelage, he will one day fight with the skill of a frog.
You're right, sir. She's very pretty.
Pretty? Insolent boy. A newt is pretty. Our lady is the sun itself. Let any who say otherwise meet the killing end of my blade. You hear that? Are there any squirrels or badgers out there who dares test the metal of mine oath? Step forth and die. Ha! Ha! Have at me.
Yeah. That won't be necessary, Sir Knight.
Of course, my lady.
These noble.
I love that John is like looking a lot at the puppet as he's moving, and then kind of like sometimes looking forward, but it's almost like a shadow behind the puppet, he's a bit more aware of it, but it kind of, I like it a little bit. It's almost like this sort of protective shadow over the little frog, whereas Joey, who's certainly had more experience with puppets, with Starship and everything, is so just like locked in of giving a full performance as a little mouse right behind the mouse. So cute. So it's great.
Companions will escort you to the prince's ball. I'm going to the ball? Not in those humble rags.
I'll also give you a dress, but first, I'm going to give you some animals, not to pull your carriage, but to just kick ass.
Take my hand and come with me. Where? Beyond space, beyond time, to the end of all things.
She also liked that it looks, saying that she was trapped in the realm of death, it definitely looks like cobwebs a little bit. Yeah, it's very cool.
Of all things.
I like the dress the more I look at it.
Lady Ashmore danced all alone at night in the thick of.
Sorry, the other hand scared the shit out of me just then. Like, oh, there's people behind her. Sorry, I'm good.
Alone at night in the thick of wild magic. Lady Ashmore burned at the stake in time for her clan to find her tragic. The flames of ruination take their hold of every soul and every throne. The house of Ashmore, no exception. Oh, a story so old. It's nothing but bones. It all turns to ash and ash and dust to dust, and there's nothing left but a vengeful lust. Hopes are dashed and dreams are lost. When the light goes out, only fire is just.
Ella found.
That's pretty. Her voice is stunning. That's one case where I wish we had been further back, just because I saw the dude before I saw like the. If I had been farther away and the camera hadn't seen just more of the arms coming out, that might have looked cooler. But the music was lovely.
Yourself floating on tides of nothingness. For in this place, at the end of time, that is all that remains, save one flickering mote.
What is that? That is the last bit of light in this eternal dark. From it I shall craft your final gift. Trappings of starlight. I forge you these three gifts.
You forge me these three gifts
For your just intention.
for my just intention
Against your opposition.
against my opposition.
Wisely? Hardly. The house of Ashmore.
It is cool because there's sort of just really one set. I mean, we might see some changes when like the ball happens, maybe not. That it's less like set changes and more just different elements of the stage taking on different meanings in different scenes. Like that little light there, which we've seen before and I always thought was very pretty, now has this more important meaning. I think is really cool. It's a great way to like use like if you're limited on your resources, but you can still like it's less like, oh, they're just reusing something over and over again. We're like, oh, so that's what that's been for. It's like we're just sort of learning more about what that thing is, that maybe it was lit. It was always kind of meant to be a little spark there.
Wisely? Hardly.
Yeah,
The house
use them wisely. Whatever, man. Do what you gotta.
of Ashmore rises once again.
It rises once again. Is that how this ends?
Is that how this ends?
That
depends if you turn them all to ash and ash and dust to dust. It's turning laughs and laughs at its destruction, but God will see that your enemies rise. And for your final gift, I grant thee starlight, the last bit of light in eternal dark. All things return and all things will start. The dying ember of the flame of life, I shall craft this starlight. Forgive or forget them, I will pardon those I am meant to. I shall craft this starlight. Forgive or forget them, am I broken? Too late to avenge you. I shall craft this starlight. Ash and ash and dust to dust.
This is one of my favorite songs so far. It's very pretty. This is one thing where I think that the different kinds of elements of the songwriting really work together. I just noticed that their hands have those little sparkly gloves. That's really pretty. These little like flashes of starlight. That's a cool way of showing that.
And it all returns to winter song. Hopes are dashed and dashed and dreams are lost, but the gods still know who's left to run. Hush, hush, dust to dust, Cinderella must to the prince's ball we go.
Castle on a hill.
I shall craft this star.
I love that looping in Castle on the Hill. Cool.
Hush, hush, dust to dust, Cinderella trust to radiate and glow. Oh, I shall craft this starlight. I shall wrap thee in these cinders, Elle. You shall be as radiant and terrible as I.
Lady Ashmore dance all alone at night.
I love it because we have this. We can give her. I don't know if she's been pulled off stage or she's still on stage, but it gives a quick change, can have a little bit more time. I don't know if what she's wearing is underneath her clothes or what. I assume so.
In the midst of wild
Magic.
I thought it was gonna be a quick change. It's not. But it's the starlight wrapping around her, which is very pretty. Very pretty. I like when simple things like that, like just the gloves. There's something special that can really only work in theater, where little things like that, simple things like that, a little lighting cue, a little thing like that can just really be special, when usually that would be really hard to translate. I don't know, I like it. A lot of times I feel like less is more when it comes to theater, in my opinion. Of course the big things are great and they're cool and they're, you know, impressive, but a little thing can do that too.
Lords,
Usually I would like something like that just states the castle. It kind of works though because one, it feels very I don't know, like when you're reading a Shakespeare play and it enters a new position that just says like castle. And it also seems like, based on the prince we've seen, that his place would just be like, it would have a big sign that says the castle.
ladies, all citizens of the realm, presenting your indomitable, indubitable, magnetic, majestic, and most charming prince. You forgot well hung. You fucking asshole.
Wow, that's a shirt, I tell you what. I actually used to kind of have, when I was like a little kid, I had shoes that looked a little bit like that. If it was just darker. Unfortunately, actually, the part that looks the most like the shoes I had as a kid is his codpiece. That's a sad thing to say, but I did love those shoes. They were Airwalks. I don't think those exist anymore, but they were cool. They were sparkly.
Welcome! Welcome, everyone!
And even his crown looks like, it looks like a disco ball a little bit. It looks like a bunch of, like a mosaic of all the same colors. Very funny. I always like different looking crowns. I don't know.
To my father's castle. Tonight, at this grand ball, we celebrate my imminent...
But also, sorry, I keep pausing. You know me. It also, I like that, you know, it looks like a bunch of, look at little kids project, but the thing I like about it is because of the way it looks with the broken, you know, look like it was pieced together. It also looks fragile. It looks like it can be broken. We'll see what happens to the prince. I hope to God that, you know, I don't think Ella will end up with this prince. Maybe Ella will end up with no one. I don't know. I'm not someone who's like, the princess can't end up with anyone. I'm all for love. But not this guy. Someone else.
Castle. Tonight, at this grand ball, we celebrate my imminent nuptials. Should any amongst you be worthy? Well, I'm ready to be swept off my feet, ladies. Good luck. And
hey, a little bit of bylighting back there. We love some bylighting. Doesn't have an actual name. Now I'm gonna look it up. No, I guess people just call it bylighting. Or bisexual lighting. It's like the strings of lights behind them being pinks and purples and blues, the colors of the bi flag. It just like shows up a lot, not a lot, but there was a period where it kind of dated like the late like 2010s. It's stuff like Atomic Blonde or Neon Demon or like Moonlight. It looks really pretty. It tends to be kind of 80s-ish or kind of sci-fi-ish, but it can be other things too. It was in that Black Mirror episode in the 80s, San Junipero, like the best episode of the whole series, or up there. So anyway, I just like bylighting. I think it makes things look nice. It makes things look pretty. There's some. I've done my movie nerd moment of the video.
let the frivolity begin!
Oh, we have a whole colony. A murder of disco balls. We love it. Let's go. That's kind of funny having him. I doubt that Jeff was meant to be narrator at that moment, but it is funny if he was, of like the prince, the one that usually gets a pretty good you know, interpretation in these stories. Like, oh, it's the prince, he's the one that saves the princess. And you can tell in this he's a kind of trash man. It's the idea of him kind of buddying up to the narrator to make himself sound better is kind of funny. You go, boys.
Oh, tell me, daughters, have you ever seen a more repulsive cornucopia?
We'll say her dress looks fab there. Angel's dress looks great. She's even pulling off that wig. She's really is. And that's difficult. That's a wiggy wig. What's that say right there? I don't know. I'm probably not supposed to be seeing it. I don't see anything.
Of stinking man flesh.
Man flesh, yum yum!
God, I'm so fucking nervous. I'm gonna sweat through my skin suit. What do I say when I meet the prince?
You won't say anything. You will stand there and look as fuckable as you can muster.
Actually, I don't know if this is on purpose, but hilariously, like, her collar and stuff is reminding me of Bernadette Peters' dress when she went to the ball in the 1997 Cinderella. She had a purple dress on, and I remember the collar being, like, kind of... I haven't seen it in a minute, but it's like, I remember it being, like, gold swirls on the purple. I could be wrong. But it's giving me vibes. That's very funny.
Do you think the prince will like me, Mom?
No. No one likes you. You want them to lust for you. Don't be fooled by the manfolk's pleasantries. Underneath their silken satin, they are swine. Take thy tiny plump cocks betwixt thy fingers, and they will become your willing slaves.
Is that how it was with you and Dad?
Oh, please. Your father was a real troll. We did battle across the bridge of Fell Doom. We plumaged to his lair for a night of slime and seed, and in the depths of my ecstasy, I tore the head off his shoulders. For only one may leave the mating hole alive. That is the troll way.
Oh, how romantic.
Yeah. I love hearing about my dad.
The humans play a more tedious game. You must tease the prince. Lure him in.
Oh, they're struggling to even, like, stand. It's just so funny. They're doing a great job with their physicality in this, man. Oh, so fantastic.
With your wits and wiles.
Okay. Flirt, fuck, and then rip his head off?
Not yet, imbecile.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, ugly. Mom!
And here, my prince, the Lady Ashmore, as I'm Sure you'll recall.
Ah, yes, from the river. And who are these pretty young things?
My name is Putris. It means vomit-inducing.
And I'm not supposed to say anything.
Right. Okay, well, who's next?
It's giving me the second stepdaughter in Ever After. You're just here for the food. Rude.
Thaddeus? Yes.
Wait, he hits me!
Stop him!
Halt!
Excuse me?
You shall not pass! Until you answer me this riddle, see?
Ratchet!
Windless I blow, oathless I take the knee, handless I milk the snake. What am I?
I don't know. What are you?
Take me to your bedchamber and you'll find out.
What a wit!
This Thaddeus is just like dying in the background. Like, I hate these people and this place. I hate it so much.
Thaddeus, did you get it? Windless she blows on her knees. Oh, nothing splits my sides quite like a blowjob joke.
Wow!
Perhaps the Ashmore tree does bear fruit.
Not just fruit. I got melons. Forget melons. I've got tits.
Oh, you sure do.
They're both doing such a great job. Oh my god, that's so funny. This should not be working for me, but it really, really is. They're just so...
How can I possibly choose between the two of you? Thaddeus, can I wed them both?
Not without another war against the church, sire.
Oh, okay, I choose... No, wait a minute. Who's that?
I like that it's simple but pretty. I like that it sparkles because it's made of starlight. I like that it's still a little bit of a greenish color instead of like when you think of the Disney Cinderella dress, depending on what version you watched as far as like, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, it either looks silver to you or it looks blue. In the park it's blue. But I like hers that hers has a greenish color to it because green was her dress color earlier and is her apron color. I like it. I like that it glows. It looks lovely, especially with the blue light there. It looks, okay, sorry, another small movie, that was a tangent, we'll say reference. It looks a bit like a, which I was kind of hoping it would. I was hoping I could make this reference. It gives me donkey skin vibes. That sounds weird out of context, I know, but there is a French film from 1970 something, maybe 1970, I don't remember. It's a Jacques Demy film, and Jacques Demy is known for, in the way that I guess, I don't think many people know French musicals that well, but he has done, he did a couple French musicals, very famous when, in the realm of French musicals. I'm probably going to butcher these names and I apologize, but he famously did Young Girls of Rochefort and The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. I've seen both. Love Young Girls. Young Girls is so great. And he did Donkey Skin, which is also a musical fantasy film starring Catherine Deneuve, who I love. She was amazing. Oh, Catherine Deneuve, I love her. And in it, it's a lot of weirdness of like a father trying to like win his daughter's love or whatever with dresses. Each dress made of, and she requests these insane dresses. She's like, I want a dress made of sunlight, and I want a dress made of stars, and all these different things. And so he makes them for her. He gets them made for her, and all these amazing, intricate, crazy dresses. And it kind of gives me vibes of one of those. Even if you like don't want to watch a French film, you don't want to watch a foreign language musical, I really, really encourage you to just go look up Donkey Skin, the musical on Google, and look up the images, because the images of that film, I love the look of that film. It's so pretty. There's something so strange and like Ren Fair, but extra about it, and I just adore it. And it's giving me Donkey Skin vibes. I like that movie. That makes me happy.
Ella Ashmore dazzled in her trappings of starlight. Ella Ashmore dazzled in her trappings of starlight. Her glass...
Oh, and I like the way that it's like the light kind of spinning. I'm assuming off the disco balls, but also it could be coming off of like her dress, the flashing starlight. Yes.
Slippers, truly the greatest gift from the Fairy Queen, for they were the source of the magic. So long as they...
I thought that was light coming off of the slippers. It wasn't. It was a spotlight, but still very pretty.
remained upon Ella's feet, the good fairy's power would work to see Ella's sweet dreams come true. Here at the ball, the slippers cloaked her in a glamour. None would know her as the town's pariah, but as a beguiling stranger, mysterious as she was beautiful.
I know, I keep stopping to look at it in the dark. I should probably wait until it's better lit. Around there, it looks almost like little leaves, which is pretty.
Everyone's staring at me.
It looks like little leaves, which is great. It looks like it's something that would have been created by that fairy. It's so cute. It's not crazy, but it's just like, I don't know. I would have loved to have a dress like that as a kid. Oh my goodness, when I was a little girl. And she just brought a frog in a mouth. Like
The fairy queen spoke true. They're bewitched by the magic of the slippers.
Don't touch the slippers.
Oh,
Insolent boy.
sorry.
They're bewitched by my lady's loveliness and poise.
Oh.
But fear not. No man shall approach thee whilst I draw breath.
Except for the prince, of course.
If he is worthy, we shall cross swords and see.
You will not duel the prince.
But I must. I cannot entrust your care to a man with no skill at arms. 'Tis a part of any proper courtship, my lady.
This is no proper courtship. I'm not here to win the prince. I'm here to ensure that they don't.
It matters not. I shall not leave your...
That's kind of sad. Is she just going to distract her, or is she going to marry him just to make sure they don't? Oh, well, it's kind of depressing a little bit.
side. It is my vow. My solemn oath.
And is it not also your oath to serve me?
Of course.
And do anything I ask?
To the letter.
Then would you kindly wait outside in the courtyard? You're making a scene.
Outside?
Guard the door.
Well, it would please me greatly.
And I am still an honorable knight?
The most honorable. Yes.
You hear that, Crumb? Most honorable.
Congratulations, sir.
Oh, go now.
We're seeing the way she's speaking and the way she's moving and things like that. It's all very, it's like this is what she had been being raised to do and trained for. So it's like she's falling back into like what her, I'm sure, classes on etiquette and things like that were. Being very polite and sweet.
He's coming.
If you should need me, make the call of a whippoorwill, and I'll be at your side, ready for battle.
Yes, thank you.
Make the tweet of a titmouse, and I'll be sure to stay away.
Be gone, frog.
By the grace of the 9 good gods, such beauty, such brilliance. I never dreamed I'd meet one of heaven's stars.
Did you ever dream you would dance with one?
Sight unseen, I stand before you, witness to a luminescent goddess. Fields of green, my eyes have served their purpose. Do I risk their blindness? You walking, looking like a neon light. No sense in turning you off. You know I will not ever sleep at night if you leave the light on.
What's its power? I see outside myself.
Is it the echo of future starlight? A moth to flame, I'm drawing toward this ember. My want for you is now my pain. If I see it, can I touch it? If I feel it, will I love it? You walking, looking like a neon light. No sense in turning you, no sense in turning you on. You know I will not ever sleep at night. If you leave the light on.
Very like mid-late 90s R&B. I dig it. Here's the thing about the music in this show. I'm not hating any song. I do like them quite a bit. But I guess I do get people who maybe didn't vibe with it because they don't sound especially musical theater. They don't. They're good, but they don't sound musical theater-y. I don't know if I'll get any of them like stuck in my head. I don't know how much I'll listen to this soundtrack, but I'm not enjoying them right now. I don't know. Does that make sense? I guess I can see why people would maybe not vibe with it, because I've found a lot of times the StarKid songs are really, really catchy and they'll get stuck in my head all the time. I don't know how much these will. It's gonna be Curse Crazy. That one gets stuck in my head quite a bit. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I think I'll leave the light on. I think I'll leave the light on.
I can't tell if that's the light in the dress changing color or if the light is just reflecting the colors coming off of the disco ball, but either way, so cool. Ah, so cool. I think that the colors in the dress are changing color.
I think I'll leave a light on. Radiate my life. Burn me with your fire. Spend my space and time. Let me be your mother. Radiate my life. You know I will not ever sleep at night. You know I will not ever sleep. You're walking, looking like a neon light. No sense in turning you.
When I heard it randomly, I wouldn't think it was from a musical. Yeah, it was a song on the radio that was good.
Mom, she's stealing my boyfriend. What does she have that we don't got?
What's that?
It's the only thing I could find that looked any good.
That's a chamber pot.
You want some?
No,
Yeah.
put that back. Listen. Methinks this isn't over.
Yeah. Yeah, these are jokes that, like, you know, character eating poo, not necessarily my kind of humor, but it's just the way they do it. I'm like, yeah, okay. It's like, so that guy is pretty funny.
We must simply limit the prince's options. He has one too many. You there! Guard!
Yes, Mom?
I have a job for you. Two, actually. One requires my hand, and the other requires yours.
Not sure I follow, Mom.
Ah, you will. Piggy, piggy, piggy.
Oink, 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 oink. Oink, oink.
Parry! Thrust! No, mind your footwork, Crumb.
Sorry, sir. I tripped on my tail. And this is such a large sword for such a small mouse.
I love the accent Joey chose for this character. It's so perfect and adorable. This is a little Wind of the Willows character, so I'm obsessed.
A knight is not measured by the size of his strength, Crumb, but by the
strength of his heart?
No. By the sharpness of his mind. You must heed my lessons, boy, if you are ever to learn the true meaning of honor.
Yeah.
For a knight is nothing without it. His blade is honor. His plate is honor. And his shield is
honor!
Of course not. What would give you that idea? A knight's shield is stoicism, my boy.
Oh, I see.
You do not. You still have much to learn, I'm afraid.
Yes. It seems I'm wrong no matter what I say.
And that is where you're wrong, my boy. Now, again. Parry. Thrust. Oh,
I had too much cheese.
yes.
Come, my star, join me on the veranda. There's a lovely view of the gardens, the topiary, though I'm sure they pale in comparison to your lovely bush. Come, my star, join me on the veranda. There's a lovely view of the gardens, the topiary, though I'm sure they pale in comparison to your lovely bush.
So like it was kind of almost charming with that song, and I was waiting. I'm like, oh no, he's talking again. Something bad's about to happen. There you go.
How I long to be its gardener.
Oh, the things you say, my prince.
You know, I've always... viewed marriage as a prison. Should my tempest of sexual charisma be bound to just one woman? What a tragedy that would be for the gentlest sex. But now, I've seen the light. My star shines upon me. Marriage with her would not be a prison. The rest of the world would be a prison from her cunning. Oh, wow. That might be the most romantic thing I've ever said. There's a song in there somewhere. Thaddeus! Thaddeus!
Yes, my...
I do think she was genuinely charmed by him the first time around. I don't know if at this point it's because he did kind of chuck her away thinking she was gross when he found out that she was supposedly cursed. Or if she's just so like, I don't care about any of this, I'm just getting revenge and also trying to stop the trolls from getting more power. That she's just more like, I don't have time for this. But I'm happy that she's seeing past his dumb.
Prince, take a note. Something about a prison and cunny and... do you remember what it was? I'm quite full of wine.
Perhaps my prince could do with a trip to the vomitorium.
Perhaps. You are correct. Thaddeus, do not let this one out of your sight until I return. I shall purge my belly of this wine and fill it with the sweet nectar of my lady's flower.
Ew.
It's a wonder he's been rejected by all the reputable houses.
Oh, so my house is of ill repute?
I didn't say that.
No, perhaps you meant in disrepair, to put it delicately.
I'm just trying to make pleasant conversation.
Try harder.
Also, he doesn't know your house. Oh my god, are they a thing? Because I could be into that. I see bickering becoming love. I see you trope. I could be into that. Let's go.
I didn't say that.
No, perhaps you meant in disrepair, to put it delicately.
I'm just trying to make pleasant conversation.
Try harder.
I meant no slight to the honor of your house. To be fair, I have no idea who you are, so it can't be very reputable either way.
And what house do you hail from, sir? Oh, pardon. Sir is what you call a knight. How do you address a servant?
Kindly, I suggest. We do prepare your food and guard you while you sleep.
Yes, well, since we're giving advice, speak more gently to someone who could have you broken on the wheel. Good night, tedious.
Look, we don't know how Ella was with servants back in the day. Like, there's the thing is, like, I don't know if she's, you know, being shitty to him because she felt slighted by him. Or maybe she wasn't the kind, like, I'm just saying, I don't know. We don't know. Because not like she was, you know, she was pretending to be kind, saying that she gave the servants time off. It's because the servants didn't exist. I don't know. We don't know how nice she was. Shrug.
It's Thaddeus. Wait, my lady, please. Forgive me, I was instructed to entertain you in my prince's absence.
Is it your habit to disobey commands?
Actually, we still to watch you.
Let's start over. I apologize for any and all offense. Not accustomed to having my cleverness matched or even noticed.
Oh, I didn't notice any cleverness on your part.
And I set you up for that one. Well, I'm entertained, even if my lady is not.
I'm sure this is not true, but just a fun little thing. The little spikes on him like this, those little things, keep making me think about the Fae Queen's fingers, which I kind of like. That I don't think they're actually meant to be tied together, but I don't know, it's just interesting. That it's like, you know, almost like he's trustworthy because he has spikes. Usually that wouldn't make sense, but it kind of works in this case.
Well, I'm entertained, even if my lady is not.
I didn't say that.
So, you must be pleased. The prince is looking for a bride. He'll choose you, obviously.
Really? What makes it so obvious?
Well, who wouldn't?
Oh no, I can get behind this. This is cute. Let's go. Let's go. I'm in.
That is to say, the prince is a simple-minded man. He responds to visual stimuli, ergo, vis-a-vis, there's the dress and the...
Is this the first time you ever told a girl she's pretty? Because you're making a dreadful mess of it.
Anyways, what I cannot fathom is how a woman of your wit would find anything remotely alluring about the prince.
Oh, well, he's gorgeous and has a castle. What's so hard to fathom?
I oft forget the castle.
But...
Okay, there's a big sign right there. Anyway.
I oft forget the castle.
But he is also perhaps, and pardon me for saying this about your sovereign, the most repulsive man being I've ever met.
We love that you know this. We appreciate you know this.
Well, that's treason.
No, that's reason.
So, if not for love, you must be here for the crown.
The crown? Speaking truth, I had not thought that far ahead.
Well, then perhaps you better. For the prince will choose a bride tonight. But I must warn you, it will not be a happy marriage. The prince is much like his father. Spoiled, weak, and witless.
Oh, I really like this. I like that it's not like... I thought he was going to be shitty at her, going like, oh, right, you're just here for the widow. I like that he's just like, look, to be real, this will not be good for you. He is not a good person, and you seem that, like, I really like that he's just kind of warning her, not out of a thing of like, I think you're cute and therefore you shouldn't be with him, or just like hey, the reality of this is not what you hope it's going to be, and you will get hurt. I like that a lot.
If anyone is to rule, it will fall to his lady wife.
Oh, and she'll have all the
She will bear every responsibility and partake in none of the glory. Is that what you desire? To become queen?
No. I don't want that.
But she doesn't want that.
How could I bear such a burden?
And you are wise, my lady. To view rule as a burden, not as a birthright. So, why don't I just lose track of you? Run from this place. Leave the throne to one of those greedy nobles who covets it. For none could be a worse ruler than our prince. Hell, I'd even take one of those vulgar Ashmore girls.
No, you wouldn't. You're wrong, Thaddeus. There are masters far worse than your prince. And if I must claim the throne to keep it from their clutches, then so be it. Those who would bring rot and ruination to this land, those who would squander and devour till nothing is left, those who would defile the throne must burn away in the fires of justice.
Okay, I really like this a lot, because I've seen, you know, whenever they try to do more modern retellings, I'm thinking specifically of like that really awful one with that girl from the internet. I'm really specific. I don't know her name. I watched the movie. I don't remember her name. Medina Menzel was the stepmother. No, I thought I knew her name. I don't. It was a jukebox musical. It was awful. Ugh, it was so bad. But like the newer version is just going like, I don't want to be a princess. I want to own a store. Okay, or I want to make dresses. But in this, it's more like, I don't care about being, I don't care about the love necessarily or the man, not because like I'm above that, more of just like, I don't care about that, but I will do this, what I have to do to protect these people, even these people who treated me terribly, who just treated me like left me to rot, burnt my mother, treated me like I was disgusting. It shows truly what a selfless and amazing person Ella is, because she's willing to do all this for people who have treated her awfully, and they will never know the sacrifice she's done. It speaks so well of her character. They're doing such a great job. I really like this.
You're right. We can't just kill the king, can we?
Oh,
how would that work?
Or we could do that. Okay, let's go. Who needs a king? Try something else. Democracy and all. It works sometimes.
I'm not talking about the king.
Neither am I.
No?
I didn't say anything. This never happened. The night has taken us all places that we dare not.
What is treason? Who's to say? We're all just talking. Everyone's drunk. It's all good.
Not go. Enjoy the party, my lady.
Oh. Go him.
Me, a queen? Is that what it would take to ruin her designs? Is that my sweet dream?
Just as the rain might fall, I've been bracing for years. Has living with pain eroded the last of my fears? Am I ready? Kings rise, kings fall. When hope dies, is a queen called? Will it ever after happily? Will it ever after happily? If it feels like a burden, I know that I'm on the right track. All I know is that if it lightens the load, I know there must be a catch.
I really like this song quite a bit so far. It's gorgeous. The way she keeps looking at her hands, she's like looking at like what she looks like with this starlight, but it keeps making me think of earlier in the show where she was so excited just to see her hands after she was thrown in the river, because she could actually see her skin again. So it's going from that moment to like, she just hadn't seen her own skin in so long, to now suddenly being in this position is just, yeah, interesting. A lot of change fast. Her hair looks pretty. That's a nice wig. I love the little subtle sparkles there. All the little shines of the starlight, but keeping the necklace, which I like as well.
I know there must be a catch. So what else is attached? When the tide's high, green grows. Is it my time? Or was it long ago? Will it ever after happily? Or will it all turn to dust? Will it ever after happily? Everything that I touch, will it ever after? And it might not be for me, oh no. But if it spares them from these chores,
I still remember the picture that I'd paint. It was of everyone that I've lost. I've been thinking about if I close my eyes, I was raised to be appraised, my path was paved, dresses made.
I'm a sucker for Reprise songs. I just love reprises. I can't help it. I'm theater trash. After I said about how like the songs don't sound very musical theater, this one does more so modern musical theater, but this song's really pretty. God, her voice is just lovely. She is lovely. My goodness.
I've been thinking about if I close my eyes, I was raised to be appraised, my path was paved, dresses made, princess bride to be. You don't wanna know it, if life is so burden, and my girls are crazy. Cause living with pain eroded the last of my fears. Am I ready?
I love doing the reprises of the other songs, and I think doing them all in doing it in reverse, ending with Cursed or Crazy. It's like it's like her life and all the pain she'd been through was like flashing before her eyes, and then she was looking down at her hands again and kind of went back into where she is right now, and then saying, "Am I ready?" Which, like, yeah, you are. But just like kill the king and prince first, and just go chill. Kill everybody. Kill everybody. Maybe not Thaddeus. We don't know yet. Maybe he can live. We'll see.
Well. Looks like someone made some fans tonight. And some enemies too.
I do kind of wish that Jeff was only playing the narrator. I don't know. I mean, the narrator also plays another character in Into the Woods, but for that it was like, you know, that worked. And this is just, I'm sure, for a minute. I don't know, maybe they just didn't have someone else who could do it. Maybe Jeff just felt like, I don't want to put him in a box. Jeff Blim can do whatever he likes. Though, as I've mentioned, it makes me think of, you know, Ren Fair performances. There used to be this Ren Fair, this Shakespeare group. They would do like goofy parody-ish, like parody, but you'd get most of the jokes if you were more of a Shakespeare fan, called Sound and Fury, that would appear at my local Ren Fair, and it's giving vibes of that, definitely. And the narrator would usually come in if, like, you know, the silliest little, like, barely a costume, come in and play different roles. So I guess I can't fault it. It still feels traveling performers, but I don't know. I just wish he was just the narrator. So it goes.
I'm sad to say. Got myself a pretty payment to do you in. Sweetest 5 seconds of me life.
Stay away. The prince will be back any minute.
Oh, this won't take long, love. Get up, boys!
Halt and turn, vile rogues.
Sir Hop-a-Lot, hop away! There are 3 of them and 1 of you!
Indeed,
Excuse me, there is not one of him. He's got a buddy. And my mouse boy would do great, I'm sure. Yes, he's a little small and new, but I believe in him. Unless they kill him, then I'll be really upset. That wouldn't be okay. I wouldn't cry, but I'd be very upset. I was about to say I've never cried at a StarKid musical. That is a lie. Nerdy Prince did actually make me tear up, which was very cool. I get pleased when I can get invested enough in something to cry. I'm usually pretty dead inside. Hilariously though, I've cried multiple times on this channel, but it's just the stuff I'm watching. But no, there's something about, what's his name? I've already forgotten his name. It's like Crumb or something. I'm sorry. Apologies, I forget Mouse Boy's name. But he gives me, Bean Bunny from the Muppets vibes, where you just kind of want to protect him. And I love the Muppets. I'm actively wearing a Muppet shirt right now. I love it. Kick their ass, good Sir Knight.
lady, they're quite outmatched.
I do love everything about John's hair and facial hair in this. It's beautiful.
It's a fucking frog.
That's a great shot. All right, I love this. The starting kind of closer to him and pulling back so the camera's sort of following along with his sword with the light right behind him. It looks very cool. It looks like it's about to go into an action sequence. These little moments where it feels more like a film. It works. It works. It's cool. That face. It's a perfection face.
A knight, sir, and I'll have your tongue for speaking such filth in my lady's presence.
I'll take care of this one.
I like when it's filming it, we're farther away when we're looking at Sir Hopalop, but when we're looking the other way, when it's like the closer shot, we're standing next to him, so it's like us as the audience are on his side. I like those little camera tricks that kind of put you in a certain position, meant to kind of reinforce what side you're on. I assume you're not against the frog, then you suck. Come on now. This is okay. I was kind of pouty a bit at the beginning about the whole wishing it was just a static shot, but no. I think from now on I just need to buy the digital ticket so I can get both, but there are certain things that are very special here. When I mentioned that the first time I saw them do it was Black Friday, I don't feel like they did too much with it there. Maybe they did and I just don't remember. I've only watched that pro shot once, I think. And maybe I need to go back and like really watch it again and pay attention. It's hard because like when I watch stuff on my own, I'm watching it, but watching it in this context, when I'm really watching and focusing and like really trying to read stuff because I'm on camera, I get this whole new appreciation for it, which is really cool. So I'm always hesitant to cover things that I've already seen because I feel like that might not be as interesting for you guys because you're not getting like a first time reaction, but it almost feels like one because I'm watching it on a totally different level than usual. All that to say, I feel like they didn't do too much with the camera work from what I can recall in Black Friday, but between Nerdy Prudes and this, it's like they're getting more and more comfortable with doing that and really letting that help tell the story in very cool ways. I would love to see them just flat out make some short films. I think they've done a couple. Was it Little White Lies, and I think Working Boys I have not seen Working Boys. I'm sorry. I think that was a short film as well. Anyway.
You're beaten. You're beaten.
So like for a second he was attempting to do a copy of like the Wilhelm scream, the very famous like think Goofy scream. I wonder if that was a reference. It's cute.
How am I doing, Crumb?
You're doing great,
Crumb,
sir. You beat them all off.
Phrasing, Crumb.
Oh, sorry.
You're beaten.
Wow, good job, sir.
What a perfect gentleman.
All right, Froggy.
So nice.
You know what they say. If you want something done right, yourself's gotta do it.
That's it.
I'll never do the same thing twice.
He kind of did the same thing twice, sir.
Fight you like a man.
I love they're adding in those great clinking sounds. I wonder, for those who saw this live, if anyone sees this who did, were those sounds like did they have that in the theater going on, or is that something they just added in post here? It is very cute. I've never gotten to fight with like broadswords like that. I've fenced. I actually fenced in PE in middle school. I went to a weird middle school. We did like rock climbing and fencing. I went to a bougie ass middle school, but I've never gotten to fight with a broadsword. My buddy has, because she has one. She's done a lot of like lightsaber fighting. I was never good at fencing, but it is fun to do.
Milady!
Look me in the eyes while I kill you.
Oh, I can't look.
Just kidding. You're beaten.
Good job, sir. You did it.
Leave your sword, sir. You forfeited the moment you forfeit your honor.
That's no frog.
I like their little I like having their little blinkies. Sometimes blinkies on puppets look creepy, but I think they look great. I also wonder how they do that. I'm sure there's like a, probably in the hand that's in his mouth, there might be like a little trigger there to do the eyes, I would assume. But now I've learned the trick into getting me invested in combat, in stage combat. Have puppets involved.
That's a bloody demon! Begone, my lady. I'll handle this rebel. Crumb, guard her with your life.
Yes, sir! Sir Hopalot, I had no idea that you were so...
You shouldn't have doubted
Thank you.
You need never thank me, my lady. It is I who must thank you.
Be safe, Sir Knight.
My lady! Haha, who's next?
See, he didn't turn into a prince, because he already is a prince. Boom. That's why. I'm not in that story.
Hurry, Minnie! Through the garden to the gatehouse beyond! Don't wait for me! You're falling behind. Would you like me to carry you? Oh, it would shame me to even ask. But if you commanded it, well, I suppose you could carry me. All right, come on.
Think about the such a wide variety and range of voices Joey Richter can do. Think about this pitch, and then think of like McDoon in Trail to Oregon, that like deep gravel voice, or the what's it actually called? Oh god, I forget what his entity's name was. The bad guy in Black Friday. It's just very impressive. He is honestly my favorite when it comes to how much he has grown as a performer over the years. And like of course he's hilarious to start with, and very funny. It's great stage presence, great timing. I think he was sick when they recorded Me and My Dick, so like his voice isn't great, but I think it's like part of it was like it was cracking a lot. But he started off as like a fine singer, and then has become honestly one of my favorite voices in the company. I just love him to death.
Oh, you're so warm.
Oh, yes. It's my pink belly, my lady. You can rub it if you want.
Oh, okay.
I trust you.
Oh, you're so soft.
Oh, I'm getting sleepy.
Joey fully falls. Oh no! Oh no! No! I don't want to press play because something bad's gonna happen to my mouse boy and I'm upset about it. No! But also good job, show, for making this character so menacing that her appearing immediately just like, oh, no, something bad's gonna happen, because she's such a great villain. She's so horrifying. And really, like, I mean, I don't know. I was trying to think of, like, the MVP of this. Bryce is a fantastic, but I gotta say Angela is just... I always thought she was good, but she's out of this world in this show.
There you are, sweet girl. I heard some commotion on the veranda, and I feared you'd befallen some ill fate.
So, you really don't recognize me, do you?
Of course I do. You're the mysterious maid who beguiled our charming prince. I'm so happy for you. Come, let me take you to him.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Oh, my child, you wound me so. I only wish to...
Put a dagger in my back.
Clever whore!
Perfection, not a dagger. Butcher knife, I'm not quite sure what she has on her. Still hilarious.
But still, there can only be one queen of this castle.
And it won't be you, or your disgusting daughters. You don't belong on the throne, you belong under a bridge.
How dare you? You don't know who you're speaking to.
And you're speaking to your future queen.
Never!
My lady!
Joey's face! He was looking between them, and like his mouth was going at the same time as the puppet. I love puppeteers that will mimic all of their characters' actions even when they're not. I don't know. I like watching puppeteers, especially getting to see the Jim Henson puppet up to kind of watch. Like the puppets are up here, and for those who haven't seen it, which is probably a lot, it's an improv show that I don't think they do anymore, but they did for a while, like once a month at Henson Studios, and I was very, very privileged enough to manage to score a ticket one time. I got to go on a tour of Henson Studios there. I got to meet Brian Henson. I got a puppet signed by him. It was the best. But for the show itself, it's great because you're watching them. It's hilarious. I'm not a huge improv is very hit or miss. It can be great. It can be awful depending on the performers. It was very funny. So they all have puppets, obviously, and they're up like this. They're wearing all black, but it's great because you as the audience can see them. They're just standing right there. They're not hiding. And then there's a camera pointed at the puppets that's projecting, if you want to just watch the puppets, on a screen up above, like a concert. But it's like a small room. And since I was part of the VIP tour, I had like really nice seat kind of up close. And I caught myself, even while not looking at the screen, just kind of watching the puppets, and you really do forget that they're there. Even though you're looking straight at a bunch of people, you really do forget they're there. But every so often I would just start watching the people, and it's great because they are doing this, but looking down because they're looking at the screen that shows them what it looks like to everyone else just looking at the puppets. So that's how they know where to move. But it is really fun to see which ones of them kind of perform on their faces. Sorry, I could talk about puppets a lot. I love them. Except ventriloquist dummies. Those are freaky. They just are. And I don't love them. I do not love them. And wax figures. Those aren't puppets, and animatronics. I have a severe animatronic phobia, and I used to work at Disneyland, so I made silly life choices. Anyway, back to this.
Get off me, you horrid little rat!
Crumb! Oh! Run, me lady!
Oh, you're not going anywhere, you little...
I love this step back and going like this. That was so cute. Like the performer is worried for the puppet, like he doesn't know what's gonna happen to it. It's really cute.
Little bitch!
Unhand me, you vile, wicked troll!
Troll, am I? I'll show you troll!
Immediately going into the more troll-like voice. Love it.
Wait a minute. How could she know? There's only one human who...
I mean, girl, she might just be insulting you. You know? I've never called someone a troll, but I could. Or goblin. I've called people goblins.
No. It can't be.
When she gets more into like her goblin voice coming out of human, her mouth is more exaggerated, almost looks like it's unhinging. It's kind of cool. Like she's struggling to keep inside of her human body.
My lady, my star, your prince is here. I do
like the nickname, but I think the nickname My Star is cute.
enjoy the chase, but the hour grows late and my sack grows heavy. God damn you, Thaddeus, you're supposed to keep an eye on her.
You think I'm happy about this? I want to find her just as much as you do. The guards have scoured the grounds with not a trace of her. Save this.
Worried about her.
Oh, yes, that's the sweet stink of my lady's toes.
Gross. That's upsetting. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, just seeing it on stage yuck. I do like I don't think we're gonna get like an up close look at the shoe, but the design of it with like the bare back and just, I don't know how to describe shoes. It reminds me of the shoe in Ever After. Reminds me more of that one that Da Vinci made, because Ever After is a weird movie, but it's cute. I love Ever After. I watched that movie way more than I'd watched Cinderella as a kid. That and the Brandy Cinderella were my Cinderellas as a kid. Let's skip past
Yes,
this part.
that's the sweet stink of my lady's toes.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you.
Oh, she's out there, Thaddeus, running around in her bare feet. Ah! I've always been a footman, Thaddeus.
It's okay.
You know that. Everyone knows that.
I'm sure they did.
Well, sir, perhaps it wasn't meant to be. My prince will just have to content himself with one of these other worthy women.
Worthy? I will have none but her. Find her, damn you.
How? She's a mystery. No one knows her name. I've yet to find a soul who can even recall her face.
Well, I remember her. She was the most beautiful creature I'd ever... strange. When I picture her in my mind, I see naught but fire and starlight.
Oh, I like that.
For me as well.
That's cool.
Then this slipper is the only breadcrumb we have. Take it and find the one it fits.
Yes, sir.
After I use it for a bit.
For what, sir?
Gross. I do think it's funny, like, the whole, and you know, people will always say, like, oh, what, she's the only person in the kingdom that wears a size whatever. But honestly, looking at the shoe in, like, the cartoon version, any version, it's a tiny-ass shoe. Like, I get it. It's cute, the whole Cinderella thing. I work at a jewelry store, and we call a size 7 ring. If you wear a size 7, you have we always call it a Cinderella finger. Because that's what size all the women's rings automatically are in the cases. We can obviously size stuff, but like, so whatever someone is a size 7, oh, you're a Cinderella finger, that means you fit any ring in the store. And girls get all excited to hear that. It's very cute, but I don't know why I shared that, but it just made me think of it. So I did. This is like my one day off, Jess. You don't have to think about that. It's a new job. I'm learning a lot about jewelry. It's a thing.
I told you, my sack is heavy.
Let's...
Good man.
No, I shouldn't.
Already the wanking couch.
I was about to say, no, I shouldn't fast forward. I'm reacting, and then I really regretted rewinding.
Good man.
Ella's adventures that night.
His little face, he's watching this like, yeah, I know. They gross.
Ella's adventures that night had been filled with triumph and tragedy in equal measure. For though the prince was enchanted, she had lost the glass slipper.
Oh, for a second, I thought he had something on his shirt, and I realized it was his chest hair. We've seen you shirtless enough and twisted with your... I'm not gonna insult you have small nipples. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But why is your shirt so low, good sir? Hey, you're comfortable with yourself, and I think that's beautiful.
And thus her connection to the Fairy Queen's magic. Her garments returned to rags, her guardians to common creatures, with no better course. Ella went home, knowing not the horrors that laid in wait.
Welcome home, Ella.
I love the martini. Good choice. Perfection. Perfect pose. Just imagine, yes, she's on wood, but you know she's on like a chaise lounge that's covered in gross things because it's a mildew-covered chaise lounge. She looks fab.
Oh, stepmother, you frightened me.
Mm-hmm. Did I? I received a fright myself. Came home from the ball to find you missing from your cot. Now you come in creeping like a thief in the night. Tell me, stepchild, where have you been?
Right where you told me to be. In the woods. Burying the Griswald girls.
It took you all night to dispose of those 2 dead tramps?
The soil was hard and heavy, but I won't bore you with talk of dirt. How was the ball?
No, fruitless, I'm afraid.
Oh, so the prince was not charmed by Putris's wit or Ransilda's famous flatulence. They must feel so heartbroken, and you so defeated.
One battle is not a war, Ella. You do best to remember that. We were routed, yes. Our charming prince was stolen from us by some mysterious maid, both fiery and fair. But alas, she vanished. Save a single slipper. Now the prince will wed none but its true owner. The decree was made mere hours ago.
Honestly, I know that she's said that she's struggled with, like, remembering everything. I've heard tales of her fuck-ups, and I think it was Black Friday, so it might intimidate her to do so. I genuinely wouldn't mind seeing Angela rock some Shakespeare. I think she'd be like a kick-ass Lady Macbeth. I'm just saying, I think she'd be good. She's fucking... I'm gonna keep saying it, but she's so great in this.
Now the search...
I just love finding out that a performer that I enjoy has a whole different, like, weapon in their arsenal that I didn't even know about. Is awesome.
But its true owner. The decree was made mere hours ago. Now the search for the barefooted beach is on. Tell me, Ella, where are your shoes?
Oh, well,
Give me that! Yes! I knew it!
Hold it! We smashed your frog friend with his big fucking rock!
Sir Hopalot!
He gave the guards quite a fight, till the spell that empowered him came undone, which I suppose happened the precise moment I tore this shoe off your foot. What magic be this?
It's kind of interesting not making it a time thing, but making it a sever from the power is kind of cool. They look like jellies. You remember jellies? I had those as a little kid. They still make those.
Light! How dare you bring light into my hole? You will die!
Well, go ahead. Kill me. You said it yourself. The prince will wed none but the slipper's true owner. It is a magic slipper crafted from starlight. For me and only me. It will burn any foot but my own. And
I think it's funny that even though she wants her daughters to marry the prince, that she looks perfectly put together and they look like hot messes a little bit. Their hair is kind of everywhere.
For me and only me. It will burn any foot but my own. And
that's also cool. That's
if I die, the prince will seek me out forever. And that is my sweet dream. To destroy you and all of your designs. And I did it. I won. Me!
Are you done, imbecile? I don't suppose where you got these from, but I've been weaving spells since before the first brick was laid on your house. Magic is my ally, not yours. It is cruel and exacting. You say the slippers will fit your feet alone, well, that suits me just fine.
Yeah, she shouldn't have specified that. Here I was thinking like, oh, it's cool, so they can't just have someone else wear it, but she can rip off feet. Fuck.
Hold her down, daughters!
Goodbye, little frog. I'm gonna swallow you whole.
Oh, Hopalot! No! Fairy Queen! Mother! Father!
Keep her still!
Help me!
All I'm thinking, if anyone is a Puppet History fan, all I'm thinking is this song from season, what was that? 4? Oh god, I forget the season. 5 maybe. The song about making Ryan into a suit for the hologram, where the make one hell of a me out of the pieces of you. Great villain song. Such a good villain song. It's giving me these vibes. I love it.
My God, you're so lucky for me to appear in your life. You were itching for a thrill, something to catch your eye. When your father moved on, so easy to win his heart. He was a bit unlucky, and then lucky has a cost. I want you to watch what happens. Don't ever forget, it takes the finest of incisions.
Alright, yeah, again, great shot here. Looking up at her with the light coming through, like looking like fog coming through the trees. Should be the moon, or I assume they're inside, but still, like, it is interesting. I hope she's gonna get saved, or I don't know, man. Like, I know it's gonna have at least a somewhat okay ending. I assume. It'd be wild if it's just like, and Ella's dead, haha. But knowing she's calling for, you know, the Fae Queen or her mother, and this light shine down on them, is like kind of the Fae Queen maybe watching this happening. But it looks very, very cool there. And we are in Ella's positions, makes us even more afraid as she's towering over us. Angela sounds great. Love it.
It takes the finest of incisions to cut a human from the flesh. I want you to watch what I'm doing. The gore is half the thrill. The searing pain within you won't go away until you watch.
It's like she's getting too excited to even like continue. She's just like, her eyes almost rolled back in her head there, like she's just losing it, thinking about how much pain she gets to bring to this poor girl.
Tricks of the night and gods of the
Shut up! No,
Fuck you, Ella!
I want you to watch!
This little piggy went to market!
Oh my god, this is wild.
I want you to watch!
And this little piggy went home!
I wonder if we are in the audience, can we see anything? I imagine she's just probably angling it so it's the foot it's the leg behind the one toward the audience, so we can't see much.
This little piggy hat roast beef! And this little piggy hat nose! I want you to watch! Yes, Ella! This is where you and your card belong!
That's insane.
Underfoot!
That's insane, I love it.
Touch me, my needle and thread! Your dress requires altering. I want you to watch till it's over. Better catch a glimpse of the dying light.
See to believe it, baby.
Pain will come before pleasure, and the pleasure will be mine. I want you to watch while you suffer. Your screws are a fait accompli, but don't despair, dear daughter. You're alive as long as you see. Just watch. Just watch. Oh, shh.
Here's the thing of like, I don't know if she's supposed to be dead or just passed out from pain. So many times over, she could have just killed Ella, but it's like, no, she needs Ella to suffer. I don't know if it's just she likes her, whatever it may be. It's just nuts. And perfect to have the, very smart to have the stalking up so that then when one of them, I'm assuming, Putrid, I forget their name, Putrid and Rancid, has like one of those stockings on, that's Ella's leg. Oh, so good.
Fade away, darling daughter, like your father before you. And at last, the final cinder of the House of Ashmore smothers and dies in my hand.
And then, it pains me to say, poor dear Ella died.
The end. Love the good blackout there. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out with the trolls while they win for the next half hour. That's a weird choice, but okay.
Excuse me?
Do you have a question, Master Dwarf?
Yes!
What the fuck?
Fuck you!
Fuck me, why?
You killed Cinderella in Cinderella's castle!
I didn't kill her, the wicked stepmother did.
I love it, dude. I'm just like blaming the storyteller. Like, no, you told it, so you killed her. Funny.
No, I quit. No more woodblock for you.
Rackweed.
No, don't talk to me. I'm in the audience now. Finish your sad bullshit story.
Fine, I will.
Good! And don't even try to win me back.
I won't.
Good.
Good. Oh, he'll be fine. And so the wicked stepmother spun her spells as she stitched Ella's stolen feet to one of her daughter's vile skin suits. Now none remained to bar the trolls from claiming both crown and castle.
Just as I thought. Another pretender. Take it off. You're not her.
Ow!
Careful.
It's funny that it's like all these girls are begging to try it on, and it's burning. I wondered if it's like crippling them. It's burning their feet.
I warned you when you volunteered. The slippers themselves weed out any tricksters.
It's black magic. Those shoes belong to a witch.
Bite your tongue, you lying wench. She's blessed, not cursed. And this slipper will guide me to her.
Oh, after everyone calls her cursed, he says blessed. Aw, feelings.
Sit in the next one.
Man, it's not fair. Why does Putrus get to marry the twins?
Because your labor pained me and I swore till that day I'd pay you back, so... The time has come.
That'll teach you.
Oh, don't be so smug. Your time will come soon enough.
Well, if it isn't the ladies...
So wait, are they half sisters? Do they have the same dad? Because she did kill their father during mating, or are they twins? I don't know.
Ashmore, you're the 100th woman who has come forward claiming to be the owner of this slipper. Now, I can't recall what she looked like, but I know she was kindly and well-spoken.
And you saw her next to these two, but whatever.
What the fuck are you implying?
I was merely going to warn against deception, but go ahead. try it on.
Give me that.
Oh, fits like a glove.
It's a shoe, stupid.
It's an expression, dumbass.
No.
They're so great.
I don't believe it.
Then believe this. We have its double, see? She is a mystery girl. All bow before Future's Ashmore.
Oh, did she take both her legs?
Your new queen. Now take us to the prince.
La 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 la. Watch till it's over. Better catch a glimpse of your blushing bride. I want you to watch while you serve. Better catch
Love the combo.
a glimpse of the dying light. I look good in this, just watch.
I look good in this. It sounds so very like cherry pie. It sounds like a million different like 80s kind of strippery songs, which I guess works for putting on someone else's skin. Sure, why not?
The ceremony was arranged with great haste, and as the sun set on that very day, a grand audience gathered in the throne room for a wedding that would not soon be forgotten.
Lords and ladies, knights and nobles, we gather beneath the sight of
Is it a different crown? Is that his party crown? Or did the king die in the meantime?
knights and nobles, we gather beneath the sight of the 9 good gods to unite in holy matrimony our beloved prince and his mystery woman. A mystery no longer. Lady Putress of House Ashmore. The prince has prepared his own vows. Yes.
I thought it was just his party crown.
Abreast and abreast upon thy chest, unclasp the button of thy vest. Let me see them tumble free. Let me squeeze them. Lucky me. And that's it.
I love them sitting in the audience. This is not where they did a Black Friday. That was a much smaller location. That was like a little black box theater. I think there was only like, probably only fit like 100. They got bigger. Cool.
That was the most beautiful thing anybody's ever said to me.
Oh, good.
Eat your heart out, Ransilda.
Yes. And by the will of the faith and the crown, I declare thee husband and wife. You may kiss your queen.
Oh, come here.
My lady, I ask that you kindly stay seated. My lady.
Is something funny? Am I missing something funny?
Oh, yes, you all are. If one of you came wearing our hide,
She's got a great evil laugh, I gotta say. We found that at Nerdy Prudes, but she's got a fantastic evil laugh.
if one of you came wearing our hide, we'd sniff you out in an instant. But the manfolk have always been blinded by the soft and supple flesh. You invited us in and crowned one of us queen. And what a lovely ceremony it was. But now, it's time for the wedding feast. Yes, all of you, lords and ladies, come to
I don't know if you've heard, there's another musical about it I've heard called Six. Kings can divorce. And behead, so watch it.
daughters. Throw off your garters. It's time to cut it.
The creatures of darkness cast off their disguises. A great clamor arose. The throne room shook with shrieks of terror as the three trolls burst free from their fleshy raiments, grinning and ghastly.
Jeff has that great, like, jokery smile. So it's why he was so good in Holy Musical Batman, but his smile can look so very wicked.
What's the matter, my prince? Don't you want to carry your bride across the threshold?
Kiss me, lover boy!
redhead. Anyway.
I did it! I ripped his head off just like you and Dad! How romantic!
Yes! Squeal, lords and ladies, like the livestock you are! For
The castle now is in red. Love it.
this isn't a throne room, but
Oh, even up above, the castle on the hill up there is glowing red. Yes, I love it.
like the livestock you are! For this isn't a throne room, but a slaughterhouse! Let the halls run red with rivers of mad blood as I flay each and every one of you. And then the trolls will answer my carrion call. They will rise from their bogs and bridges. They will return to your keeps, garbed in your skins to rule in your place. We will bring fear and famine to your lands. And then, at last, the sun will set on the race of man.
You've mistaken the twilight for the dawn, vile thing.
Yes! Reborn, bitch!
Ella?
I've returned from the realm of death, bearing tidings of doom.
How?
You said it yourself. Magic is cruel and exacting, and this magic is my ally. You took my feet, but when they returned to the slippers, the spell was restored. The spell twisting fate to see my sweet dreams come true. And I rose from the ashes, radiant and terrible, to rain down such a vengeance.
I do love that, the idea that, her name being Ashmore, and it's been used several times to talk about, like, how her mother was burned at the stake, how the house has crumbled into ash and has burned the last cinder, all these different things. But now using that metaphor, the ashes being something that, like, a phoenix rises from. Very cool. Very, very cool.
The ashes, radiant and terrible, to rain down such a vengeance upon thee.
What do you think you could do to us, human?
First, I call my knight.
Yes.
Mom? I don't feel so good.
It's gonna burst out of her. Fuck. Yes, that rules.
Your baby. You called, my lady, and I am at your service.
Beatrice!
Don't worry, Rensilda. You'll see her in hell.
No! Mercy, sweet sister!
Get up! Trolls don't beg for mercy!
Mom, I don't want to live your dream anymore, Mom!
She wants to be under a troll, under a bridge.
Riddles! Any ghosts! I'm going back to the bridge!
Fear not, my lady.
Or just
She
let her go. It's like, you know what? Let her have her goats.
shan't get far. Where is my squire? Come, Crumb. Trolls are afoot, and my blade be thirsty.
And now for you.
No! You can't win, bitch!
You've forgotten your station, beast? You crept from the shadows, an imposter in the land of light. Well, let me remind you who is master here. Let me reacquaint you, stepmother, with your fear. Behold, these trappings of starlight!
Love that look. So cute. So cute. Again, making me think of Never After the Dimension 20 season, because I think I remember they do have Cinderella as a character, and she has like glass armor, which is kind of cool. It's like stained glass armor. I think actually in the Fables comic, though I didn't read much of hers, I think Cinderella is also some type of like warrior. She's a spy. I forget. She's a something that fights and wears things like that. Very cool.
The most beautiful light in the eternal dark,
Where all things return and all things will start.
the living ember of the flame of life.
Behold my starlight.
Earth and ash and dust to dust, and it all returns to whence it's from. Hopes are dead.
Oh, I love love this, her getting to claim the power now. Oh, it's pretty, but it's not exactly the same. It's got her color in it too, the green. So it's like her version of the Queen's magic. Oh, so pretty.
And their schemes are lost as the gods restore the rightful throne.
Oh, mixture of the green and the white. It's a mixture of the starlight and her.
Oh, my starlight now.
That wicked troll had evaded the sunrise for eons, shielding herself with the skin of maids. But no longer, for Ella had delivered her the dawn she had dared forget. The troll roared and hardened, and at last turned to stone. Ella had saved the kingdom, and the gathered nobles from lands near and far showered her with gratitude. But alas, the praise would not return what the trolls had taken. Ella went home to a ruined house, to that clearing in the woods, to pay her respects to two dear girls departed too soon.
I know you're hurting. Oh, I'm hurting too. You can't see my fury. But I'm furious for you. My gifts seem small, but I give it all. Justine, Lucy, vengeance is ours. You can rest now in the greener fields beyond.
So, the girl who charmed a kingdom.
Oh, I'm glad that I thought they might bring back the girls. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad it's just like there were consequences to those horrors that are lasting. And that she just got to avenge their deaths. And hopefully their spirits can rest. We like this. We like this for them. She sounds beautiful. That dress is gorgeous.
Fields beyond.
So, the girl who charmed a kingdom was Ella Ashmore all along. That soggy creature we found by the riverbed. I was a fool to doubt your worth then.
You are no fool, Thaddeus. You are a good servant. A good man.
There you go.
If only you had better masters.
Yes, speaking of which, I come bearing grim news. The old king at last is dead.
Oh, how'd that happen?
He had been ailing for some time. Perhaps his grief did him in. His only son killed, his line at an end. Perhaps he smothered himself with that pillow.
Sir. Good for you, honey. Good for you.
Who knows? I wasn't there.
Well, I am sorry to hear it.
Yes, well, the prince has no living relatives, so the throne must now pass to those of the Queen's house.
Queen?
Queen Putris Ashmore.
That wedding counted?
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
Well, so the crown passes to...
Her sister by law. You, my queen. In trappings of starlight, all of the people will get back together now. Sunset and sunrise, fearsome and regal.
Is that the same crown that the queen was wearing, the Fae Queen was wearing earlier? I don't know if it looked like it might be. Can I? No, it's not. Hers was like big. Still, I love that it doesn't look like either the prince's fancy like wedding crown or party crown. It looks like nothing that we've seen of the prince's house. it looks like Ella, and I really like that. It's very cool. That's like she was always destined for this, to be a better ruler than what the kingdom had. Pretty, love it. And finally getting her, I was sitting there like, I love that we have more Kurt Mega, I love his acting, but like, I've been wanting to hear this guy sing because his voice is pretty.
Sunset and sunrise, fearsome and regal, ashes belie a crown.
'Cause my love will be fierce, and your love will be missed.
I know you're worthy. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, face like, all right, go ahead. That was cute.
You're worthy. Oh, 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 oh. For what we've been through. An unforgiving journey. Oh, 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 but we've arrived at the truth.
Another voice that's gotten so much better and wonderful is John's. I'd like him to have a role where he sings more, if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. But I would love it a lot.
My gifts seem small, but I give it all.
My queen.
My sword.
In trappings of starlight, all of the people will get back together now. Yeah. Oh, magic at midnight, gracious and lethal, lifting the heavy crown. And soon enough you'll know it, 'cause my love will be fierce.
Oh, off topic, but that little short wig on Angela's cute, actually. She's like cute with short hair. I love it.
Know it, 'cause my love will be fierce, and your love will be missed. Get back together now. Get together now. Magic and midnight, gracious.
I'm saying this because I think mentioned before that I thought she'd be a good opening. I have not seen 6. My sister loves 6, but I have not seen it. I think she saw it live. But I've heard a couple songs. She'd probably be good in 6. I also don't know a lot about history. I think she'd be a good, what's her name? Catherine of Aragon, because I've heard most of her. Yeah, I think I've heard her song. I think she'd sound great. If she'd like be better as someone else, I just am not familiar. I've heard like 2 or 3 songs from the show. Should I check that out sometime? Let me know.
Magic and midnight, gracious and lethal, lifting the heavy crown. Gonna lift you up. Love will be fierce, and your love will be missed.
Love that. My love will be fierce and your love will be missed. That's a very great line. I like that quite a bit. Like, I will always miss you. I will never forget you. And I will, my love and my capacity for empathy will be fierce. I will rule this kingdom with that. And not hold a grudge against those that maybe called me disgusting before. I like that it's, I don't know if that's meant to make us think, I don't know if they will get together, or it's meant to make us think maybe they will, her antagonist, maybe not, maybe he'll just be her great advisor. Also cool with that, but him just helping her up there and then staring at her with adoration, with this pride that he lacked with his previous royal masters.
And so, Ella's noble house rose from the ashes. You see, Master Dwarf, the night is darkest just before the dawn. What do you think of the story now?
Well, could have used more woodblock if you ask me. Right? Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Very true. So true. Our dear Ella was a fine queen, feared by the wicked, loved by the true. For she rewarded those with loyal hearts, and none were so loyal as her green and good friend.
Sir Hopalot, step forward.
You are
And now the castle's green. Now it's her color. I love it. See, little light cues can make things cool.
my most gallant knight, and yet you have not a lily pad to your name. This will change. I shall grant thee the title of Lord and gift thee all the lands of the marsh and swamp.
Yeah.
My masons shall raise you a keep, and there you and your forebearers shall reign from now until forever after.
But, milady, I am your sword, your shield. Who will defend you in my...
Wait, can she never... Well, I'm just thinking, like, putting the troll putting on her shoes put the magic back into place. Is the magic now permanent, or do they have to make sure that, like, those shoes stay on that corpse? Or she has to wear those shoes constantly? Because the minute that the magic is severed again, he's a frog again. And he's a frog now, but a less fancy frog. I don't know.
Dead.
There is one, small but true, if you deem him worthy.
Huh? Me?
He is impetuous and hot-headed, but he has learned all he can from this old frog. Kneel, Crumb. And arise, Sir Crumb.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. My sword and my heart are yours, milady.
I love that his tail just, like, drags on the ground behind him. It's very cute.
Shauna! I taught him everything he knows.
Go forth, Lord Hopalot. Claim your lands. Sire many tadpoles.
Evil was vanquished. Vengeance was won. And our story ends where all stories do. Let's go.
Through a secret passageway where shadows dance and play. You're guided by wonder. You're guided by wonder. In the realm of fantasy, it's sort of a factory for stories that shudder and the kingdom that loves her. Let's go! There's a castle on a hill, as the story goes. She suns from its royal tower, and the queen has found her home across the moat. And for the goddess.
I'm very jealous of her sleeves. If you've ever had the pleasure of wearing a dress that has those kind of sleeves, they are very fun. You feel extremely powerful from very small gestures. It's pretty great.
Found her home across the moat. And for the goddess, a monarch fierce and wise. Will her highness grace our eyes? I need to know. Will I ever know? Will I ever know? Will I ever know? Will I ever know? The Queen!
The queen is coming out!
There's a castle on a hill as the story goes. And it watches over us from across the moat. Look upon its structure, yeah. There are heroes in the walls. Honey cost are all they called. And now you know. And now you know.
go.
Nothing else. I'm just gonna scan through here, make sure. Probably just a lot of, yes, all the Kickstarter backers, as they should be credited. We'd love to see that. And that's all. Yay! And that is all. I liked that. I liked that a lot. I'm trying to think, like, I know, as I said before, I'd heard very mixed things about it. I definitely didn't hear it was anyone's favorite. I heard quite a few people saying they didn't love it. And I don't know, I don't know those people. I didn't know any of them personally, just kind of what I saw around the internet. It does make me curious about a few things about them. Because I know that there's, like, a pretty big chunk of fans of theirs that I forget about that really just became a fan of the Hatchetfield series, and that's kind of where they joined in. And I imagine, because there was like 3 of those in a row, that if that's what you're used to, and they made 3 things from the same universe in a row, including Nightmare Time, this might kind of throw you. I wonder if it was less jarring for people like me, because you've seen all the different things they've done over the years, so you're more just like, what's the next StarKid thing? Let's go. Whatever it may be, you're more willing to meet it where it's at, you know? As far as, like, my thoughts on this, I really, really enjoyed the show. I bet it would have been great to see live. It's a show that, like, and I'm just watching it, so who knows? Like, who knows if my opinions will change. I don't know how much I'm gonna, like, listen to this soundtrack. It's not like this is gonna be my new, like, musical obsession, like Nerdy Prudes was, or things like that. I'm not gonna look at the soundtrack a bunch, and probably, I don't know if I might watch this. I'll probably watch this again at some point in life, but not, like, there have been a few of theirs that I watched, and then, like, 2 days later I watched it again, and then again, and then again. It's probably gonna be a while before I watch this again. However, I loved the experience of watching it. I thought it was a really great show. I loved, I thought it was pretty consistent in its tone, with the exception maybe the Prince, but I think that was part of the joke. That was, you know, that's just a taste thing. I didn't love that stuff, but, and, you know, I had a few issues with some of the music choices, but in general, I liked that it wasn't afraid to go extremely dark, but also allowed, you know, because there was that darkness, it felt so wonderful when there was triumph over it. It really felt like something horrible had been vanquished, you know, which is great. It was great. I thought all the performers were wonderful. I thought all the songs made total sense, like in this show. They were definitely going for a, you know, a Labyrinth, Return to Oz, Dark Crystal, legend kind of vibe. The like 80s dark fantasy. It's definitely a specific type. Last Unicorn, huge fan of Last Unicorn. Stuff like that. Things that are made for children, but not really, but aren't afraid to go dark, aren't afraid to challenge a viewer. And so I really love that they did this. I love that this exists. Is it one that's going to be like, when I go back to a ton? Maybe not, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I really think it's a great, cohesive show. I want to do something just for fun. I want to pull up all their shows and just I haven't done this before, just a kind of immediate thoughts, kind of try to rank them in my head. And then maybe I'll do that again after, you know, VHS. I don't know, when I eventually watch all their stuff, like Nightmare Time and things, maybe I'll do like an official ranking video or something. But this is just kind of a gut instinct thoughts on where I would rank stuff. From least, we won't say worst to best, we'll say least liked to most beloved of me. I would say Firebringer, Harry Potter Senior Year, Me and My Dick, and I'm writing that one above Harry Potter Senior Year because there are a couple songs in Me and My Dick I really love. I love Ready to Go, and I love, oh gosh, what's that one that, I think it's also in Little White Lies. The big song between the 2 leads, I think is really cute. Trail to Oregon, Holy Musical Batman, which really ranks above of Trail to Oregon just because I like Batman jokes. I'm a Batman fan. Cinderella's Castle, a Harry Potter musical, Starship, Black Friday, a Harry Potter sequel, Twisted, Nerdy Prudes, Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. That is how I would rank, gut reaction, how I would rank the StarKid musicals. Maybe I'll do it again once I watch VHS Christmas Carol, and maybe once I include Nightmare Times, I'll do like a proper, really think about it and break down why. If anyone's ever interested in me doing like an actual proper video list. So there we go. That is my first time getting to cover StarKid, which rocks. I will be doing, either will be doing VHS Christmas Carol next, or have already done VHS Christmas Carol, because I don't know when this part is going up. So, I don't know. Either the next musical I cover will be VHS Christmas Carol, or it will be Come From Away. Because, for those who are new here, I appreciate you, I love you, and suggesting some great musicals for me to cover. Absolutely. When I asked for them a while ago of like what to cover after I did Next to Normal, there were a few that were like really high at the top of the list, and it was Into the Woods, this, Come From Away, and Spring Awakening Deaf West. So I'm gonna make sure I cover those first, and then I'll probably be doing another list of like a, hey, what do you guys think off of this giant list, and then kind of narrowing them down and doing a poll based off that. Because I would cover a whole bunch of stuff. And as I've mentioned a couple times before, I also might be looking into, after the first of the year when I'm a little less busy, possibly making a very, very, very inexpensive Patreon, only so I can cover, you know, some bootlegs that maybe YouTube wouldn't let me cover. Things like, after I watch when they do the production of Hadestown, I want to do that first, but I'd like to eventually cover Jack Wolf's Hadestown and things like that. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. This was great. I finally can say I've watched this show. I waited so long. I waited 8 months. I was good. I was good, damn it. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, guys. I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.